Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Monday. It's WrestleMania week. Are you ready to jump into all of it, folks? We are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Happy to bring you WWE RAW tonight, the go-home show for Mania. It's going to be a good one. Lots going on, lots to talk about, lots to get into. And as always, the wrestling world is talking about stuff. We're going to get into it. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Click all the buttons. Get in that chat. Let us know what's on your wrestling mind as we got you for the next few hours. But make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you WWE RAW tonight. As mentioned, it is the go-home show for Mania. Tomorrow, the go-home show for Stand and Deliver. Friday, the eve of Mania, we got SmackDown. So much to get into. Don't forget, we get Spring Breakthrough this week. We're going to talk all about it. A crazy schedule this week, like no other. Like nobody else out there. They might replicate, but they can't duplicate. And all I can say is we have been waiting for this for weeks. We can talk about it. We talk about the feeling, the vibe, the energy. But all I know is I'm excited, and I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world. And finally, it is WrestleMania week, baby. Finally, we get the Super Bowl of wrestling.
Let's go. Let's go. It's going to be a good one. As I said, there's a lot to talk about, a lot to get into. We are excited about it. Should be a good show tonight. We'll see what this does for everything we're about to get into as this week goes. This should really set the tone. The three big names, of course, are going to be in the house. Punk is going to be there. Roman's going to be there. Seth's going to be there. Heyman's going to be there. So what will happen with this? We're going to build it up. We're going to build it up. Cena's going to be there on Friday. Gunther's going to talk tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Logan Paul will be in the house to continue to push that match, which needs some love. We will say that. Karrion Kross taking on AJ. Bailey taking on Liv, and then we're back at it tomorrow. So, folks, get in that chat. Let us know what is on your wrestling mind. Lots going around, interviews and quotes and news and exciting stuff. And, you know, Cobb fans out there might be excited. But
it was rumored he was coming, and now he's officially out.
Officially, like he literally threw it out there like his time is done. I believe he's doing one more match on the 19th.
No, he just had his last match.
Okay, so they're not going to hold him to that one. I know they vacated the tag titles. I thought he was booked on the 19th, but either way, he is departing from New Japan, so a big buzz about that. People have already reported that he was internally considered on WWE's roster. It'd be very interesting where he fits into this WrestleMania craziness.
Yeah, I don't know if he would fit in WrestleMania wise. Like, I don't see him being a guy that comes out and like takes on Orton because it's kind of a little who. Like we might know who Jeff Cobb is. I don't know if WrestleMania fans are going to know who Jeff Cobb is.
No, I mean, I saw some people thinking like, well, maybe he's like The Rock's guy and The Rock lets him loose, or maybe The Rock has his own, like maybe it's Cobb and Hikuleo and Lance and like
all the Polynesians, just Polynesian faction.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's South Pacific, we're calling it, and you're good to go.
Right.
Get in there. All the islands of relevancy. But it's going to be a fun one here at the channel, folks. Like I said, we are back tomorrow. We are here all week long like no other, and we'll probably remind you of this as the show goes on. But we've done this a couple times already. This week is jam-packed with stuff, and we're always trying to fit more stuff in. But again, Raw tonight, NXT tomorrow. Obviously, we get Dynamite, the Spring Breakthrough, the big beating of WCW on Wednesday, and the ID tournament. So we go live early. Click your bells because you don't want to miss us. Thursday, we're here for 4 shows, 1 night, 2 TNAs, 1 Bloodsport, and a Collision, all in one. Should be fun. SmackDown Hall of Fame. Then, of course, Saturday is what we all been waiting for. We kick our coverage off at noon. We go all day long. We get back at it Sunday afternoon. And again, there will be games. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be fun stuff. We're going to just stick around all day and hang out with y'all. So I hope you like us. I hope you like some wrestling, because this is where we're going to be. All we ask, be a friend, tell a friend. Let's see how many people we can jam pack into these streams. We are climbing. We are building. The numbers are moving fast. So we want to hit that 10K if possible, as soon as possible. And I already see over 70 people here with us tonight. So again, if everybody takes our link, shares it with a couple people, shares it in all the places that you hang out and talk wrestling, we would greatly appreciate it, as we are blowing the doors off things right now. We are climbing and climbing and climbing. So, Nick, it's an insane week. Lots to talk about.
I was going to say, I don't know how to follow up after that, amazing, pitch and everything with that. But speaking of things that were rising, or at least good offers, we can go that way. Did you see all the Stephanie Vaquer news and everything, to where it came out in an interview about that she decided to go with WWE after the better offer from AEW, and that it took a little heart to heart with HBK and this, that, and the third, and everybody's losing their mind?
Well, dear wrestling fans on the internet, specifically X, Twit, whatever you want to call it, or Twitter, not Twitter, formerly Twitter. How do I put this politely so early into a stream? Grow the F up. Take your heads out of your own asses, get a life, and shut the front door. That is the nicest way I can put it this early into a stream. To me, it's ridiculous. Like, this woman has an opportunity. She's given herself an opportunity. She's allowed to weigh her options. And if it had gone the other way, it's this personal, like, you don't work at any of these companies. Again, we could debate whether or not it was a good decision, bad decision, fine. But this personal, well, the New Japan should call her out, and AEW should call. Tony messed up. You do not put a woman on your pay-per-view that you do not have locked down. He's done this more than once, and I'm sure he thought, oh, yeah, we'll put her in a match. She'll sign. Life's good. But there's competition, and your competition scooped up one of the best female talents on the planet right now.
Why is wrestling any different than any other sport?
Right.
You're a huge Maple Leafs fan. Are you out there saying, if Austin Matthews, say, a strong example, but was to go to another team or anything like that, are you going to be out there and being like, the Leafs should sit there and try and injure him during every game that they play? Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
No, I mean, again, it's like, again, she did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong. And, even in the story that I read, I mean, she could have made it like the decision earlier, but she wanted to do other things. She wanted to finish some other things up. So people out there, like, just, it doesn't matter what gets said. And I know there's going to be other things that come up here today. It doesn't matter. It just, there's this pocket of sad, toxic, useless human beings that cannot help themselves. They shit on everything. They rain on everybody's parade. And it's crazy. That's why we started the WFU, people. That's why we are the Wrestling Fans United. You want to criticize? Fine. You want to critique a decision? Why didn't she sign it? Maybe she'd be better off. That's fine. But this hatred, this hurt feeling, like, go get a real relationship. Go find a real friend. Go find a real girl to talk to. And maybe you wouldn't be so butthurt when this kind of thing happens. Yeah, it sucks when your favorite team, I was bitter that Shohei Ohtani came all the way here and used Toronto to leverage against LA. That's all he did. Yeah, right. Screw that guy. I don't want to see him win, but do I want anything bad to happen to him? Should he die? No. He's a good guy, I'm sure. The team that signed him love him. It happens all the goddamn time. But this idea of, like, we should peg these people to the wall. And again, it doesn't matter what, the nicest of things can come out. And there's at least a handful of comments that just piss all over it. They can't help themselves.
Well, it ties in perfectly to the Triple H, one of the Triple H today and everything, about how, like we've said for years now, and I even still remember Hunter mentioning this before, you know what? And he'd be perfect for the WFU. I'm going to go and I'm going to tweet about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and cry about it. Like,
Yeah.
and even Hunter's out there saying it's the internet isn't real life. It isn't reality. As much as people want it to be and everything, and hide from people on the internet telling you it's not real. But yeah, to where he's even saying of like, he brings up how the internet will tell you Cody's not over anything. I'm in arenas every night to where this man gets the loudest ovation.
Yep. Yeah, no, I mean, and that's something we've talked about a lot, where you would think if you didn't watch the wrestling, if you just listened to the internet and saw these clips and saw the fan reactions, you would think wrestling sucks. You would think wrestling's in the toilet. You think the WWE is dying. AEW is even worse. They already got rigor mortis. Like, there is, like, again, it's not indicative. Like, people are, the build to WrestleMania is just terrible. They've been packing buildings globally for weeks. We might not like everything they did. Does it live up to WrestleMania 40? No, but that happens. I mean, there's always a drop off between an anniversary edition and the following year. It's just the way it is. But everything is like this most egregious, microscopic decision. Go through every WrestleMania card ever. There's dud matches. There's Hercules on the card, or a Doink on the card, or there's plenty of matches that are throwaway matches or filler matches, because like the UFC, like boxing, like other sports, you build to your main events. If everybody's the main event, if everybody gets 25 minutes, we sit here for 6 hours and it all feels one flavor.
Yeah, then no, if everybody's the main event, then nobody's the main event. Quote, I believe CM Punk. Now granted, he's main eventing a 2-night buy one get one, but I digress. But yeah, just the internet isn't real life. If I wonder if most of those people actually enjoy wrestling, or they just enjoy shitting on wrestling. But yeah, this whole, like, do we not remember that there wasn't the greatest like outcry for WrestleMania 40 before it ended up being so great? That's the thing, is most of the really great WrestleManias didn't look that great going in.
No, and I mean, again, I think the funniest thing about nowadays is I saw it at WrestleMania 39. I saw it at WrestleMania 38. And over our time doing what we do, we get a lot of the fan reaction, and we see a lot of the feelings of, I don't know about this and I don't know about that. But that happened every year. Like, the people that are trying to sell this is like the worst build ever. In a year that we're getting CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, just at the top of the card. Those are just a few of the names, not to mention the Charlottes and the Tiffany's, and the Io Sky is going to be in it. Rhea Ripley's going to, like, these are people that the fans loved at one point. And again, I think at times, I see it online all the time. Like, Cody's a great one that gets victimized a lot. Others are out there. Punk's a good example. It doesn't matter what Punk does. Punk could solve cancer tomorrow, and there would still be AEW fans out there that are like, he's a dick. Like, they can't help it. They can't. They're just fine.
Punk derangement syndrome is the thing, folks. Make sure if you send more than 2 angry tweets about CM Punk that are illogical, get yourself tested for punk derangement syndrome.
Yeah. And again, I mean, at the end of the day, I think there's nothing wrong with not liking something or not liking somebody. We got fans in our chat every single night, folks. There's some that like Cody. There's some that don't like Cody. But like I said, this idea that they like I think Triple H nailed it. Like, oh, well, Cody's just like terrible. Oh, wait, 15,000 people are singing his song at the top of their lungs. They're pumped. They are buying his merch. They're buying his. That's the thing that I don't think this bottled, siloed internet community understands. And I think as we've whittled down and we're getting to the one tribe is getting a little thin, all that's left is the crazy of the crazies.
Yeah, that's like we at peak tribalism, and that's why we had to break away and say, "Yes, we're out," and start the WFU. Like, that's why we like being and doing what we do. Like, trust me, you and I have gone to battle on many hills over many wrestlers. I know for me, it's especially Wendy Chu, etc. But we'll go to battle on those hills. But we still, at the end of the day, keep it above the waist, all right, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, but we still find good in shit and everything, instead of just like the stupid engagement farming of just hating to hate. Why are you spending so much time watching you hate?
Yeah, and I mean, again, I think there's the people out there like the Meltzers of the world that we beat up on so often. I almost feel like we bully Meltzer at this point, but those people can't help but like they just can't help themselves, and they get so exposed in these moments. Now, all of that being said, we are on the road to WrestleMania. We are less than a week away. I'm pumped. I'm excited. And to be honest, everywhere I look on the internet, 90% of what I'm seeing is excitement. I get it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right? Like some people are going to question the card a little bit, Nick. But overall, there's people who are like the people who thought there was only going to be 3 matches on this card, like or 4 matches or 5 matches. Now they're like, oh, look at all these matches. Well, if you didn't get pre-mad, hashtag pre-mad, odds read my mind.
Right. But that's the thing is, Christ, prime example was this past year's Super Bowl, which we did here live too and everything. I'm a Bills fan. I was part of that whole, I'm not going to watch the goddamn Super Bowl because the goddamn Chiefs are in it again. And it's the Eagles and everything, blah, blah, blah. And then the second it turns into Super Bowl week, the second that Monday, that Sunday night hits, you're like, Super Bowl! I got to have a Super Bowl party. We're out here already. WrestleMania, championing it from the hills. I'm already losing my voice and it's only Monday.
Right. And all I ask of the wrestling fandom is be open to the counter argument. I've told this to people before, and I see it like even on our comments on our chat, like somebody will have a good point, but add you stupid moron or you're, whatever. And like, I'm like, well, I got to delete that. You had a good point, but you mucked it up at the end. You don't have to throw hatred into your opinion. You don't have to be hateful or spiteful. Just enjoy the show. And again, if you are allowed to call out, I've had many old rants here on a Wednesday. You and I have had many old rants where something's just not clicking for one of us. That's allowed, but be smart about it, guys. We're going to show up next week. Why sit there angry? Like, is there angry popcorn? Like, I don't know. Is there a specific angry popcorn?
I mean, it might be with the jalapenos and everything like that. I tried to do the fucking the jalapenos joke and stumbled. I just couldn't say it wrong. My brain wanted to say it right.
But with all that being said, folks, lots to talk about here to come tonight. We are going to get into all of it. I know Trips doing some media rounds may have ruffled some feathers. Again, he said it once, he'll say it again, and that's it. I mean, some people were trying to cut down the Nick Khan's comment about, well, we can't listen to the internet, and they're like, yeah, but Nick, didn't you guys change the main event last year? Again, you're looking at things in a vacuum. Step back. There's exceptions to the rule. That was an exception because
they let you think that, or they let you think that,
right? And that becomes one of the biggest things with all this is we don't know what they're up to, and that's what I think the microwave society really struggles with is not knowing what the hell is up,
right?
But we got just over 8 minutes before the start of Raw tonight. 100 people in the chat already. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe as we are cooking here at the Wrestling for Life Network. 13 away from 100 likes. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that button. Make sure you're a part of the family as we continue to grow. Kevin, the first one in the chat tonight. What up, Kev? Yuna, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Distant relative of Yuta is Yuna.
Maggie, how you doing? How you doing? Eric, welcome back. Let's go. Of course, always repping the WFU. And again, just get along and be happy. WFU rules. And again, you're not always going to agree. We just don't have to kill each other. I would never get in some heated, angry argument or online issue over The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones or
I mean, you never thrown hands over Sons of Anarchy, my guy.
Well, I mean, again, even that, I was like, no, I loved it. Get out of here. Like, oh, I can't believe they. Shut up.
No, it's the best thing you can combat it with is because no one knows how to respond to it. It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
It really isn't. Like, I mean, again, people are holding on. Like, it's so. I mean,
well, you said it, and we almost need to do that now as a shirt of like, you don't work there.
Right? Like some of these people are like Tony's personal assistant, his cousins, his uncle. And again, maybe all these small accounts with no avatars take it so personal because it's one person.
It's all burner accounts for actual wrestlers and everything. They secretly hate each other.
J1, welcome back. Welcome back. It was announced today that Monday Night Raw will be coming from Detroit, July 28th. It will be the SummerSlam Go Home show for Raw on my doorstep, too. I like it. Let's go. Wolf, welcome. I think that's a newer name. Dennis, good to see ya. C Money, welcome back. Tanamashi, yeah, let's go. We will talk about the Rock in New Japan. My God, people get triggered easy.
I still don't fully understand it. I still don't. It's like the more I look at it, the more I think I don't understand it more. The more I try and interpret it, the more I get confused. Am I the Rubik's Cube?
Right. Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative.
And it gets the people going.
Right. Clay Lewis.
Why did I say that earlier? Why did I tweet that out? Shit.
Right. But that's what it is. It's so vague. You have no choice. Christopher, I almost called you Cherokee George. Christopher, welcome back. Good to see you. Love all the flames. Odds, welcome back. Wrestling Proud. Good to see you. For those who are new here, the WFU is Wrestling Fans United. We are the happy, pleasant people where we can watch the wrestling, enjoy it. And again, we don't have to kill each other. There's enough problems in this world without fighting over wrestling. Sup, everyone? How you doing? Byron, how you doing? Safed, in case I didn't say your name. Jeff Cobb is no longer with New Japan. Yes, so that is the news. We touched on that. Andy's back. Kayfabe's back. Scott, how you doing? Welcome, sir. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Good to see you. As the show is about 5 minutes away, folks. OG Dale, not going to see Becky anytime soon. And Jeff Cobb's last match will be on April 9th. 19th Saturday. So there is a match for
okay, fair enough. I wasn't sure. I've seen a lot of people that kind of worded it like the comment previously of that, like he's done with New Japan, and that was kind of done of that. They assume like that's it.
He put out a thing that said, "My present is New Japan," and I mean that's a valid thing from the athlete to say, like, listen, where I'm going or where I'm not going doesn't matter right now. I am currently here, and until I'm not here, leave me alone.
Right. Why can't we look at pro wrestling free agency like we do every other sport? That's the thing, is for everybody that wants to, it's a sport, it's where the best wrestle, it's actual wrestling. So then treat it like a fucking sport.
And people are going to get mad. But I mean, again, this is another example of a guy that could have maybe been somewhere else, but it's not his fault it didn't end up that way. And whether people want to admit it or not, I mean, y'all want to get to the big leagues, don't you? Byron, welcome back. Wolf got you again. Let's go. 1, 2, 3 kid in the house. Christian Powers in the house. Sean Reed, what is up? Pumped. Yes, the predictions titles on the line a bunch this week. We'll break that down as we move forward through the week. Dale, give us love. The Yeet God. How are you? I'm sure you're pumped for this weekend as well. 316. Let's hope this is a good comment. Mark my words, within 3 months or 6 months, WWE will be working relationship with New Japan. Mark my words, they might buy the goddamn thing.
Oh, that's aggressive.
Struggling. And you know what? For all the people out there being judgy, and I don't want to get too far into this because I want to say hello, but Nick, they were pillaged, and they weren't pillaged by VKM. They weren't pillaged by Paul Levesque. They were pillaged by someone else. But, that's different. That's different.
Were they pillaged or were they pickpocketed? I feel like they might have been pickpocketed.
They aggressively, you know what?
It was aggressive dry humping. They weren't that other thing. Yeah.
Right. It's like when you're young and you stumble on like your dad's vitamin collection, you just pick at it, and eventually all of a sudden there's none, like barely any left. You're like, shit, I overpicked. That's kind of what happened here. I took too much.
But that's the thing, is he took everything from them and just robbed them blind. Like he wasn't pillaged. He didn't come in with, Vikings on ships or anything and take town. Yeah. He sat there and just, you work a little bit over here and you like it over here, don't you? Now he just, took clientele over to his block.
Yeah. They're going to stay here now. The champ is here.
For me now.
Yeah, exactly. MDB in the house. Kayfabe, gonna see C Money over on Twitch. Don't forget, folks, we do have a very quiet Twitch. If you want to go check us out on Twitch, give us some love over there. as we are climbing towards 100 Twitchers.
Yeah, I don't know how to sell Twitch without like twitching, literally. So yeah.
WrestleMania is so close. Nobody else is getting in the club. It's so closed. No one else is getting in the club. And we'll talk about this as we get into the actual show. It's funny because you want everybody on the show, and then you start putting people on the show, and you don't want any of the people. Like, you can't have it all.
I want the works. I want the whole works. Presents and prices.
Let's go. Let's go. Wesley, how you doing? Ridge Wallace is in the house. Why does everyone assume Cody not being on Raw after Mania means an L? Maybe it don't. Want to overshadow Jay's moment. Again, speculation. The rumor is John Cena's booked for or advertised for the Raw after Mania. So people are trying to connect dots, and I get it. The internet sleuths out there are trying to do their best. But again, all we can do is speculate. We don't know for certain. So again, does that mean it? I mean, our predictions might be leaning that way anyway, Nick.
Well, and even then, could it all just be a weapon of mass distraction? Card subject to change. I've seen people losing their gourd of, they gave it away already because Gunther was advertised on some card or some event somewhere later on past Mania and everything. Card subject to change.
Yeah.
Like I said, we want the Cody Crybabies. We listen to the internet. You guys changed the main event. Or is that what they wanted you to think? Right. We want you to think that, Cena's going to be there. So that means he's obviously going to win, right? Well, then now you don't know.
I want to buy a ticket.
Right.
But we are down to the end of the countdown. I will really quickly say thank you so much for the super chat. Bradley, we will get to some of the other comments. But it's WrestleMania week. Everyone, hello. And of course, Spaz throwing out 20 bones, making it rain around here. Kay and the Shtick sending a quick plug, but not for me. Pause. Wrestling for Life has all the watch alongs, but my guy Jake Countdown Ended is gonna have post shows or just about everything. I'll be there for some, but go show him some love. There you go. We appreciate the $20 and we appreciate you, sir. Then
I will sync up and stop at forever.
As Nick and I are dialing in, folks, forever.
There we go.
And hopefully we can all watch this and enjoy together.
Together.
Big W.
Together. What? Yeah. Big W.
Think we're dialed in, folks. You can do the same if you want to play along at home.
Crowd shot of Allegiant Stadium. Or outside shot of Allegiant Stadium. I don't know why there would be a crowd outside the stadium, but yes.
Yeah, just
the one guy really early for WrestleMania. I'm going to be first in fucking line.
Right. Enough with the Sami Zayn hating. Yeah, MDP, knock it off. I'm going to put you in the penalty box. Hate Sami Zayn. There we go. AW seems like such a that C Show podcast. Welcome.
I got Jay Uso walking down the steps.
Absolutely. Mexico might be getting all but confirmed today by trips. It's a matter of when, not if.
Do we get announcements like that? As I've got Penta coming off an elevator, but we've also heard the rumored Evolve 2 that's allegedly going to be announced around here. So do we get it announced tonight? Do we get announced during the week? Do we at Mania?
Yeah, and I think Triple H has figured out the difference between an announcement and a post, a social post.
Fair enough.
Punk! CM Punk in the house. Tommy's in the house. Matty Marijuana's in the house. C-Show Podcast got you. Roll Tide got to see ya. Denisha, welcome back. Safit, as always. Jason. And we will read some of these, I promise. But remember, we have the super chat, super stickers. Byron's back at it again. MDB, we got you several times. Paul Heyman strutting his stuff.
Yeah, it's now just a custody battle over Heyman of where does his allegiance lie. And I still don't buy your whole the argument we had about, Seth could have stomped him, so now you owe me a favor. No, if I could have swung on you, does that now all of a sudden mean you owe me $5 because I didn't hit you?
Yeah.
No, that's a mugging. That's a mugging.
If I had an opportunity to take you out and I didn't, your life is now under my docket, sir. I spared you. You owe me.
No. Oh, Don KJ over there. I'm the Italian one, and this is fucking Canadian soprano over there.
I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
Otherwise, I'll stomp your head in like a grape.
Right. Cherokee George, welcome back. When did we last see Karrion Kross? Still, AJ should win. They are doing a lot with Karrion. Just wait post-Mania. I think Karrion's going to have a good 2025, Nick.
I have heard an outside thought and an outside rumor. See money, Sam. I don't understand life debts. Come on, my guy. Yeah. But could we get Kross in the bank?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, why not?
I agree with you that 2025 post-Mania, he's going to be on an upward trajectory of he's been playing the kind of the puppet master. There are no strings on me. And then after Mania is when he's going to really skyrocket, I feel about it.
Yeah, I think, again, I'm glad they kept him around. They didn't give up on him. Trips made him a dominant champion in NXT. It's just taking some time to kind of get your footing. And with so many other people already in, like, sometimes the wrestling fans out there think you just, like, wake up in the morning and be like, Karrion, you're now going to be champ. Like, we've been doing stuff. Like, it's double Dutch. You gotta, like, when you getting in?
Right, fair enough. Well, at least I'm surprised. I thought you were going to go on another way with waking up in the morning and feeling like somebody. But yeah.
But we got Pat, we got Cole. We're set to go, folks. 110 with us in the chat right now, and a beautiful, beautiful 97 likes. Come on, three thumbs. I need 3 thumbs.
I only got 2 for you, my guy. I only got 2.
Nick doesn't understand life debts. That's the best shit. Like, what?
You are indebted to me as I got the ring general.
Oh, Gunther kicking this bad boy off tonight.
Well, it's gonna be interesting because now we had the whole back and forth with him and Jay. Jay kind of had his emotional. Do you hear me? I'm not afraid of you anymore.
Yeah, and again, I liked it. I thought it was well done. I thought it was well delivered. Keeps the fan base chomping at the bit. It's like when you're watching your favorite show and the hero is like right there on the bad guy, and you're like, get him, and he just can't in that moment. I think it keeps us going that way as Cole's coming into the ring.
Yeah, so Michael Cole, is he doing the straight up interview with Gunther?
Right? Evolution 2. That's right, Wesley. What?
Yes, Evolution 2. They've talked about that. They've also mentioned about the PLE in Mexico. I didn't see that brought up. They've hinted at about a lot of other stuff coming up too. And I don't know if this is because I watched Collision this week and everything. I'm worried that Michael Cole might get choked out by Gunther here.
Oh, Collision. What a fun time.
I like FTR's heel turn, but we can talk about that later.
There's a lot of fans out there, a growing number of fans that feel like Collision is the better of the 2 shows. It's just a scary endeavor.
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
Right. Terrell, what's up? Javon, what's up? The crowd is eating Gunther alive right now.
You literally can't hear him. It's Dom heat or Charlotte heat. So is he going to spout off that Kaiser's in his DMs too now?
Right. Kaiser was in my DMs before everybody.
That actually would have been true.
Yeah. Screw your question. Yes.
Screw Jey Uso.
Screw everything. All the things. Screw them all. We don't care.
But Gunther's so goddamn good.
Because Gunther's the guy that you're standing there going, you tell him to shut up. No, you. White.
But that's the thing, though, is that he's one of those that even though he's out here and he's losing his mind, he's getting booed and everything, he's still like the most dangerous guy there right now. Like he had a moment, could fucking just chop anyone to fucking
That's it, right?
splinters or sit there and choke him out.
Yeah, he's the guy that's losing his mind, and everyone's standing around going, well, you tell him to stop. And you're like, I'm not doing it.
I ain't gonna do that. You go ahead and do that. You do it.
What up, Anthony? How you doing? How you doing? Anthony is going to be up and around this week, folks. We're looking forward to having our buddy back, and it's going to be a hell of a week to be back. We got lots to get into. We got 2 TNA shows in 1 week.
In one night? What are you talking about, 1 week?
Silly.
Do you hear me? I'm already out here needing tea and everything.
Right. I miss people saying bones. Bring back 90s vibe. Let's bring back all the 90s. Throw out your 90s catchphrases, folks, and terms that we can bring back.
I like the way you work it. Yo, diggity.
As long as we don't use the current bussin', we can move on.
Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo.
Sin Rock, welcome. Ronan, welcome. MDB over on Twitch. Boston got you, saying hello to Kevin. Heather's back with us. I love when this list is long. Marvin, old friend, how you doing, buddy?
I was going to say, apologize if we missed anybody or anything like that. We try and do our best, but you all come in hot and heavy, and we love it.
Click on more live comments than any other channel out there, folks. So if you want to participate, you want to be a part of the family, this is the place to do it. We don't just ignore you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Plunder's a good word, Chair. Welcome back, sir.
Plunder. Are you fucking Jack Sparrow? I will plunder your chest, milady.
Right. What up, Carpenter? How you doing? The main event of night 1 of Mania is a cat fight over Paul Heyman. How did we allow this to happen? Wrong answer, sir. That's a simplistic viewpoint of a complex story.
Rock staring at a fucking Rubik's Cube.
It's more than that. It's like when people got focused on the bracelet. I can't believe Drew and Punk are fighting over. It wasn't about the bracelet. Symbolism. And it's like, to me, this is like when you have like 3 top race cars. One car needs a slight advantage, and Paul is that slight advantage. But all 3 of these are workhorses.
To me, the one of the best bits of business for this, and Gunther's done.
Gunther beat his piece, and like, just peace, y'all. Y'all suck. I hate all of y'all. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this kid when I see him. Bye.
Jey Uso versus Gunther is Rocky Balboa versus Ivan Drago. If he dies, he dies. Yeah. If he yeets, he yeets. Yeah.
It's perfect. Exactly.
That's what it is, and it's amazing that it took this long to catch on to it. But yeah, with the whole the triple threat and everything, if you haven't seen Roman's whole Instagram post, I believe it was, or was a Twitter post or whatever, to where he does a whole little video, and it's basically he's Stone Cold Steve Austin right now. Don't trust anybody. DTA. My wise man told me to show compassion, and they took advantage of me. Those the lemmings picked me dry here. So this is personal on 3 different levels.
Right. As we go back to Friday, where Bayley and Lyra have become your number 1 contenders for the women's tag titles in the How Do You Do match. Happy that they got the women's tag titles into the mix. I mean, again, it is what it is. But hey, yay, Bayley.
Yeah, you could have done more with the women's U.S. title. We still don't know, or the women's IC title. We still don't know what's going on with the women's U.S. title come WrestleMania. It's a way to shoehorn the tag belts onto WrestleMania. I know it's one of those, you can't have everybody on the card. I wish, though, if you just introduce 2 belts, at least one of them needs to be on the fucking WrestleMania card.
Yeah, I would. That's a fair argument. I mean, I don't really have much of a counter as far as you want the women's IC title to feel important or the US title to feel important. Get them in there somewhere. I mean, yeah. I mean, make it work. Make it work. It doesn't have to be epic, but ladies and gentlemen, we are kicking off tonight with Liv and Bayley. So 316, get out your tissues because here we go.
Oh, you think it's going to go that way?
What do you mean?
Oh, well, we know. So for those who don't know the lore of 316 and why we poke fun at him from time to time, is he's hardcore in the paint, a Liv Morgan fan. He's very much a Rhea Ripley denier. And so anytime that Liv might lose, I thought that's where you would go with that.
No,
so.
not those tissues. Anyway, moving on.
I digress. Move along, sir.
Welcome, Candy. Jose, I see you, buddy. As we go into our first commercial break, right now I got Liv and Raquel in the ring, your current women's champions. Fans booing Gunther big time. So again, where people say like, oh, there's Jay and Gunther, like the fans in the building that paid money that are buying the merch really want to see Jay win, really want to see Gunther lose. We love Gunther. Gunther's great. Gunther's career is in perfect shape. He will be fine. He'll go on to bigger and better things. But this build has been, I like it. I like the storytelling of this one.
Rocky 3, Balboa versus Drago.
Right.
Enough said. But yeah, my guy. And John C., what up?
Okay.
Well, no, I had that thought, and then I lost it, and it was there, and then it disappeared just as fast as it came.
Theater, how you doing? And pause. Wesley, how you doing? So I got Bailey and Lyra coming out. I'm not afraid of you anymore. It's actually a powerful statement. Our deepest fears isn't that we are inadequate. It's that we are powerful beyond
TV.
That is so
and your Tony Robbins bullshit can off is the direction you can fuck with that.
With great power comes great
responsibility. Uncle Ben.
Bash 8, welcome back. Good to see you. I feel like roll call is getting longer by the day. Anthony in the house. I think a newer name. Welcome, Anthony. Kaiser in Liv's DMs. Who isn't in Liv's DMs? I know who is. ABJ, how you doing? How you doing? Gunther is the embodiment of what a heel should be. He is, for my money, the best all-around pure pro wrestler in the world. Like, as far as understanding the psychology behind it, and delivering in the ring and out of the ring, I think Gunther is at the top of the game.
He is the ring general, 100%. It's always been there. That's the thing, is he's been, I don't want to say how some people say, like, when a move's protected or whatever, or it's more sacred, like how even the mat is sacred and everything. Gunther hasn't changed up ever. Gunther has always just been like, he's the big foreign menace that I will break you. And thank you, JV, for reminding me it was Rocky 4, not Rocky 3. Rocky 3 was what's your prediction for the fight? Pain.
Clever Lang.
Yeah. Thunderlips there. Hulk Hogan, what you gonna do, brother?
Right. Larry in the house. Taylor's back at it again. Pat told us, Jade. Yeah, I mean, I saw people do this too. It's no different than when you interview like a hockey player or a baseball player, and you're like, so after your big win, like, again, like, people are so funny because Pat said on the Pat show, when you win, and they were like, oh, you spoiled.
Well, that was at the big night out, and anyone that thinks, if you saw Michael Cole, do you think he was less sober or more sober than Pat McAfee? Like, what are we doing out here? Loose lips are gonna, let some things fly here.
Right. Cherokee saying no ye, as I'm getting an Evolve commercial right now. TNA, all the TNAs from Anthony. Let's go. Anthony, question, and I'm sure I know the answer, but I like asking. We're going to see double ups, aren't we? We're going to see people on Impact that are also on Unbreakable.
And they're going to just do that back to back.
What's up, Daryl? How you doing? Welcome. Trying to see if there's any names I missed, folks. But remember, super chat, super stickers. Myron, good to see ya. Ridge, got you. Elite God, we got you. Marvin, always a pleasure, and we got you. I'm glad you're doing great, sir. Happy to hear that. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and play a little catch up here. But again, if we miss you, just say some stuff. Thanks for everything. Wrestling for Life, Wrestling Fans United, Wrestling Proud. Thank you. Thank all of you who make this so much fun.
Oh, trust me, we're about to do, you've seen the ungodly schedule that lays before us. the trials and tribulations of doing what we do when it comes to wrestling. So if it wasn't for y'all, I don't know if you're squinting at me. It's so weird when you do it and it doesn't land. I'm like, what? Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? KJ Square Pence. But
right? Like,
when we're out here just loose-lipped and everything, and we're going out here for 12 hours and everything, like the Mania Marathon we're about to embark on, having y'all with it, it's just a giant family. It's a goddamn community reunion. We're having a giant sleepover, a pizza party, watching WrestleMania, chilling with y'all.
Right. Let's go. Get your snacks and feel good. It's why we say it all the time.
That's because we have
it. John C. got you. Dale. Gunther deserves actually better, honestly, just to be regulated down to the mid card or opening card. Nah, I'm good with it. He's good with it. He understands it. And again, a lot of times us fans are mad, and the people that we're mad on behalf of don't care.
Well, and even then, of like, you can maybe make the halfway case of the way that they've always pitched the Rumble winners, but they also have halfway walked that back.
Yeah,
but at the same time, go ahead.
That's out the window.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, it's even then. All right. So everyone that's saying Jey Uso and Gunther should main event are going to be the same people that said, well, it's CM Punk and Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. So see, they don't care about that. Like we've said it, everybody can't main event. And I do think you have three of your top talent that are the most involved, the biggest guys, the biggest draws right there. That's your main event night one. And you start off night one instantly out the gate with, a big, huge, spoiler alert, upset win and everything like that. And the crowd eating their minds out when they're all hyped and so full of energy.
Yeah. As Bailey is running after Liv. Here we go. 43% of the chat taking Liv, 36 taking Bailey, 21% taking nobody. I'm taking nobody.
You're taking nobody? You're taking schmoz?
I'm taking schmoz. Like, just this ends in a DQ. Stupid mess.
Liv.
Well, but if they go over tonight, does that mean they're dropping the title?
That's why I'm picking Liv to go over tonight. That's why.
Juicy. Bianca Belair.
Actually, shit, because that's the thing is it's so hard to almost respect it to pick against Liv because she is a draw. She does get eyes. She is very clickable and all of that. I trust me on all the socials, whether I want to or not. I see half a dozen in Liv picks or role play profiles and everything else like that.
Liv might lead the way for parody accounts out there. There might be more Liv parody accounts than anybody else out there, which is a weird thing to do. Like, I don't want to operate a Liv page. I want to operate a me page or a
like even you are good enough. You don't need to pretend to be somebody.
Spaghetti wrestling, says Willard. Well, two things I love.
Willards and wrestling.
Western.
That's all I can think of is spaghetti western.
Right. Is EST undefeated at WrestleMania? Yes, she is.
She is?
I believe so, yes.
Fair enough. She might continue that streak.
Yeah, she that's one of the parts of that story is she doesn't lose at Mania. I think
could you make do like a female Taker streak angle because granted they never intended to do the Taker streak angle, they just realized, oh, this is what we fell into.
Yeah. Bailey taking down Liv.
Ooh.
Bailey, put you on your back. Bianca Belair's streak.
JV is saying, so what? Bailey has turned into Cesaro of the women's division forever in tag team purgatory.
No, but yes.
Well, you have. So let's break down the four horsewomen respectfully. You have. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You have Becky, who's unofficially said she's done wrestling, at least for right now. You have Bailey, who I think is doing the best she's done of helping get other talent over. Of Roxanne, I don't want to say Roxanne wouldn't be where she's at without Bailey, but we are all more excited for like a Roxanne Bailey feud, because it's involving Bailey.
Yeah.
Charlotte is still can't make up her mind whether she's a babyface or a heel. She's female Nate, but and then Sasha's AW's golden goose of I can't lose.
Oh,
And
nice.
that's trying to be polite to everybody involved.
Right. Well, big back body drop. And Liv rolls out of the ring.
Right.
Yes, Bianca's 4-0. Thank you, MDB. So yeah, I mean, that's on the line. I don't know if they use she's never been pinned at a WrestleMania after this year. We will see. We will see.
No, that's always bullshit.
Yeah.
But no, it would be interesting though if they did it with somebody of just started to establish another kind of streak at least at Mania.
Yeah, and again, like, oh, we're getting the three amigos on the outside.
Did the first one start going up from the apron to the outside?
Yeah, and again, Liv Morgan underrated as far as I'm concerned, as far as her wrestling skill goes. But Bayley says not today.
Into the steps. We get attached to these wrestlers and want to see them do big things, but at the end of the day, they're just a person doing a job, and they're probably just happy to be there.
To an extent, I mean, people take pride in their careers. You know, we've had people like Punk that's walked out on companies because how they were being treated. But at the end of the day, yeah, they're very grateful. And a lot of people realize like they're putting on a show. Like if you play Julius Caesar on Broadway, you ain't making it to the end. You're taking an L every time, but you're still Julius Caesar.
Well, even then, you can cheer for your favorite athlete and everything like that. Because I'm sure you have some favorite athletes and everything that aren't the star player on the fucking team and everything that you're just a fan of and everything like that. But also, you're not them. That's the disconnect and everything of like, you can't blame them for making the decisions they choose to do. That's what it is. Like with the Stephanie thing, with whatever Jeff Cobb ends up doing. I'm in commercials, so what do you have, sir?
This is a great spot. Liv is choking Bayley over the top rope, and Raquel just comes by with the belt, holds it up, and then claps Bayley in the face with her hand. Big drop kick and going for the pin. So, again, this match is not bad. I'm actually enjoying it to start this one. As a Bayley fan, I can no. So here's the thing, guys, and this is what you were touching on a minute ago about Bayley and where she stands. Not everyone can be at the top. If Bayley's always at the top, she becomes Becky Hogan or Charlotte Flair that nobody wants to deal with. Everyone has to, you got to remember, there was pay-per-views and manias where, you know, we had a mania with Jericho Triple H was the main event. Probably shouldn't have been. And we had better matches before that match. So that's the thing we got to remember. And I think the fans want it all, but not everybody can be the top. Like Bayley circling down and working in the tag team division is not bad for Bayley. She's still being booked. She's still on TV. She's still relevant. But what are you going to do? Have a fatal four-way for the world title just so Bayley doesn't feel like she's mid-card? Everybody cycles. And I know some of the fans are getting used to this new vibe of how this works, but you can't always be on top.
You can't make new stars if all your old stars are always on top. That's very much the WCW problem and everything. That's the thing is I like what now the four horsewomen essentially or half, 3/4 are doing of gave back to the business to an extent of they're at this point of they've accomplished so much and everything. Right. So now I'm going to help other talent rise up and everything.
Absolutely. And that's what their job is as you become veterans. I think that's where people get mad at like a Charlotte because you're like, do you know why you're here? That's why some of the criticism about Cena of like, dude, are you just going to bury every young guy that comes up? Oh, I bury mediocrity, right? Like, so that's the game we're playing right now is you want your favorite to be, why don't they book Dragon Lee better? Well, what are they going to do? What do you want us to do?
Yeah, sometimes it just is what it is when it comes to Dragon Lee.
Right. Roxy lost a match to Tiffany. Her career is over. She's fine. She's going to take a lot of losses.
To live and die with your favorite, like performer, your favorite athlete. I don't know if I can fully get there.
Yeah.
Like I can be a big fan. I don't know if I can like live and die of like if they take a loss, it's a personal offense to me type of shit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Liv is better than half the roster of women in AEW. She's also better than a lot of women in WWE. And I know you're a big fan, 316. And I will admit, I mean, she is absolutely gorgeous. She's talented. Her persona, her character, her gimmick, her as a heel. She has been the top of this division for about a year now. Like, she is not getting some of the credit for some people. But again, sometimes the pretty girls don't. But she's done everything you've asked her to do. She trains on her own time. She's improved.
Ooh.
She's gotten better moves. Oh, cheeky.
I was gonna say that was a really fucking clever. I don't see that a ton of, like, to where, like, I'm trying to get up and I'm just smacking you in the fucking face and everything while the rest looking away. Like, that's a nice. It reminds me of, I don't know if you saw the clip going around of Taker talking on LFG last night, which LFG's at times very confusing, but a hot mess. But yeah,
I love it.
Well, no, I haven't watched a ton of it, and I was trying to figure out what exactly BJ Ray there did and everything, and then it was the worst. I just saw him get torn into by a bully, but I don't know the full context. But
Bailey grabbing that knee, trying to wake it up. Sorry, Nick.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Oh, sunset bomb into the corner.
Should the buckle bomb end now that, like, Pac's got hurt, Finn lost like a year of his career type shit, 2 count?
Thing ended. Almost ended.
Yeah.
That version of the buckle bomb, I think, is not as bad. The actual, like, Seth Rollins buckle bomb, I cringe every time he does it. Every time he's got someone up and I know he's about to do it, I stop because I just don't know. Even if you land it flat back, it's just the nature of the turnbuckles. To me, it's not a great move.
There's no safe landing. It is just hope and pray.
Yeah.
And I will answer Jose. Yes, I do live in the ghetto, so every now and then there'll be a car that, you know, has not a muffler going by and everything.
Too fast, too furious.
There's more furious and more too fat than fast.
Right. Oh, both women down. Nice. Bailey's doing exactly what Belair did for the past year and a half. She's going down to the tag team division to elevate another talent for a long story. Yeah, I could see Bailey turning on Lyra. I could see Lyra turning on Bailey. But Bianca and Jade and Naomi made those women tag titles relevant again.
Absolutely. Well, I thought we were going to get Bailey Roxanne. I'm sad that just kind of went away. But yeah.
No, you can't screw me. And I don't switch hit. Hey, do what you got to do, bro. Give yourself a stranger.
Moving on.
Hey, it's a Dutch rudder. It's okay, buddy. Bailey can stay.
No, that's not there. You don't have enough hands to do that.
This is why the bookers are the bookers and the fans are the fans. Sometimes we have good ideas, but if we were in charge, it would be a mess. I completely agree with that. I mean, again, it's come up before of, like, you know, we have a genius idea and people are like, oh, you guys get it. We're like, but if we had to do it all the time, I mean, it's easier said than done. It's so fun to be an armchair quarterback.
Don't be mad because they don't book what you fantasy booked.
Right. Who the fuck is claiming? Just again, it's just what I saw. I actually saw a couple posts that made me chuckle of, like, poor Dragon Lee just forgotten about. Like, what?
As soon as Ray Fenix showed up, Dragon Lee's just, I don't want to play with you anymore.
Oh, Raquel helping out.
Put on the ropes and Lyra.
Bombs. Oh, Raquel's saying enough of your shit.
Yeah. Well, and let's also appreciate Raquel, who at one point was out there and, like, missing shows, and I think wasn't around WrestleMania and everything, to where she was having the flare up and everything like that. So that she's been out here, been fine, been a regular performer and everything, consistent. Like, good on you, guys.
Oh, we know who's winning at Mania.
2, 3.
Lyra,
again, just as much as I picked against, I gotta go with, you know, they who go over on the go home show lose at the pay-per-view.
Turnabout is fair play and well done. I mean, again, they went for Oblivion. Lyra stops it up. leading to the pin. And again, Liv sells her ass off right to the minute. Yeah, again, it's just the pin happens, but the fans are still watching, so I'm still me.
Right. Where was it? Rapunzel, pronouns pal. Are we really not getting Bird Lady versus Becky at Mania? I know I sent this in the group chat. We haven't really like talked about it and everything with what Becky said.
Yeah, I mean, one, I don't believe what you want, folks. However, yeah, I mean, that's a good question, and I'm not saying, pal, that you feel this way, but for the fans who are out there who are like, I can't believe Becky, we don't even know if she wants to. How dare you? Like, Trips is supposed to go to her house and be like, let's go. We're going to Mania. Like,
we saw at like 40, she was probably done.
Yeah. And she was on the record. She did I think she was doing like a improv show or whatever it was. And she said, I'm not wrestling anymore, but my husband still does. And people ran with it. Now, we know what wrestlers are like. They change their mind like they change their underwear.
Which is infrequent?
No, I was going to say, that's why Mick Foley stayed the same for so long.
That's why Mick Foley was a babyface for so long.
Love you, Mick.
Or I think, as my wife might have called him when she met him, of Mike Foley.
Mike Foley. Yeah. As we go back to the big moment between Paul, Punk, Roman.
The favor.
Good match, bad outcome. Perfect outcome, Paul. Why was that a bad outcome?
Because it didn't. Wait, I'm going to say something and Spiteful is going to get mad. It doesn't fit the narrative.
Narrative. Sorry, Sean. Are we? Yeah, I mean, again, if you can't, if Becky wants to spend time with her child and not wrestle right now, then you don't get it. I mean, I don't know what you can make her do.
I forget we're in the closer frames and everything, so I had to put my hand more on screen and everything. But I handed God and everything. I know for the longest time, me especially, if not all of us at the channel, pretty much thought it was going to be that Becky versus Lyra match and everything. And then it was like kind of post Rumble, like around when she didn't show up then, and we're like, all right, so that ship might have sailed. All right.
And people do have to remind, like, this is remember, and that's the kind of like what we're seeing with Phoenix right now. What we're seeing with Malachi Black. Malachi Black's being teased for April 25th, the first SmackDown after. They could get him in, but they could put the Lucha Bros together. But they're already doing some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what? Scrap it. And at times, for certain things, you can get away with that. But ultimately, again, if Becky is on, a downtime and relaxing, I'm all for the older guard to start moving on. We talked about this on Friday with Charlotte. Maybe Charlotte should just go be Charlotte.
Well, is that really the older guard at this point? Because let's be like, Charlotte's what? Is she sub 40?
She is sub 40. She's close though.
Fair enough. But
you age every time you get a marriage, you age more.
I haven't been through multiples, so I can't I can't have a stake in that.
She's 39.
Oh, so she's knocking on that doorstep. But is it not also, though, a little bit like, hey, we're on a playoff run right now when it comes to wrestling? So let me, like, I know that you're back off the practice squad, but we'll hold you back until the start of next season and everything. Or, hey, I know we just traded for you, but right now you're not cohesive enough. You don't know the playbook enough going into the playoffs, so we'll sit you a little bit here. You might get a play or two, you might get a run or two, but that's about it.
Right. Liv and Raquel for the win on Sunday. Very possible. Oh, we got Ray.
Booyaka.
Who's that jumping out the sky?
Rey Mysterio. And still, I don't think that's his actual current theme. I half the time don't listen to it, but that's always the theme I go back to. I default to with Ray.
Right. What is this contest? I'm really like, listen, I'm
whoa, who? Ronald Mysterious?
Ronald?
The warm-up?
That's cute.
He's got to be taking on like a Creed brother or something.
Yes,
you're about to take on El Grande Americano.
All right, folks, we're gonna put another poll up in the chat here.
Yes, Julius.
He's taking on Julius. Speaking of Caesars,
Yeah.
but who wins? I wish they would like these kind of matches. You can advertise this match. You know you're doing it. Like why not advertise this match? You're making the designer in me go mental.
Well, is it just the designer in you, or is it the fans? Chat. Right. Let us know. Do you prefer if they announce more of what's going to be on the card, or if it's they announce the big things and you tune in and you get these happy little accidents?
Listen, I get it. They want you to tune in. They want you to see what's happening. Again, a little bit of a spoiled brat in me, which I have accused wrestling fans of being lately. That's my spoiled little hang up, my little pet peeve of like, I mean, again, if you want to hide some important shit, fine. But nobody's going to buy less or more tickets based on this match. Tell us it's happening.
I don't know. You don't want to see some Julius? You wouldn't get somebody to buy more tickets because they know Ronald Mysterious is going to be on the screen?
Maybe. It's true.
You actually, well, with Ron, you might actually sell a few more tickets.
Right? Maybe. This match should be good. It should be fun. I mean, Julius Caesar
salad.
Right? I mean, now y'all know what I had for dinner. Rey Mysterio for the win. Rey gets a win before losing at Mania. I agree with that. I like that.
Yeah.
The same thing that I saw a couple of people in the chat. Like, listen, for anyone out there who's a really big Liv fan, if I told you Liv could win tonight, but she's going to lose at Mania, or Liv could take an L tonight and win at Mania, what would you pick?
Exactly. Such is the laws of wrestling. You lose on the go-home show to win on the pay-per-view. You cannot do both. It is the extreme rarity to do both.
They can just announce big things. KJ wants is no shit, man. I like that. KJ has a designer inside him, and she's gorgeous. Anyway,
vogue, strike a pose.
She gets deep. No, anyway, moving on. I'm going to take it off for the cause, and we will be back, folks. The show is rolling. Triple digits in the chat, triple digits in the like. Let's keep this running. Let's keep it going. Be a friend. Tell a friend, as we got so much more to come your way. Make sure you let us know how you're feeling. But I shall return my own.
There you go. Gage is taking a pause for the cause. I'm in a commercial break right now, but absolutely. Hashtag real deep. I don't know if that's the segue I want to go off of, but yeah, we're starting off. This is the start of WrestleMania week. So I'll ask this, as I'm in commercial. I don't have the VPN. I'm not international, all of that. So I don't know what's going on the show on Netflix. How are y'all feeling going into WrestleMania 41? Like, what is your layout for what you want to, what you're excited for? Doesn't have to be WWE. Doesn't even have to be on actual TV. It could be on trailer, what have you. Trust me, we're going to be watching a few of those shows. But what are the big things you're looking forward to going into WrestleMania week? Like this feels like, this to me is always like Christmas for like wrestling fans, because not only is it just the WWE takes over a city, that was the thing, and then now that you've got other promotions, you've got the indies promotions, they all congregate together. I can say words. They congregate together. That's why it's like you can literally turn on a show, like turn on, say, Triller TV at 8 o'clock in the morning and just watch different wrestling throughout it and everything. Like the collective from GCW, I think, is a great idea. GCW Bloodsport being involved with this. Now that we've got the WWE ID tournament and everything going on, this reminds me of when it was around WrestleMania 34, I want to say, of when it became like super, like I just wanted to watch all the wrestling indie show. Like I wanted to watch all the shows around WrestleMania weekend, because it became like all right, it's their Super Bowl. It's the biggest company's Super Bowl. So it's going to be like everybody else's like show up and show out show. How what up? Looking forward to the Hall of Fame more than anything. Interesting. I mean, so we know that DDP is not inducting Lex Luger, or sorry, we know that DDP is. We know that Sting is not inducting Lex Luger. Shawn Michaels is inducting Triple H. Yeah, I don't know. I don't respectfully, my guy. That's a little bit of an interesting take that the Hall of Fame is the one thing you're looking forward to out of WrestleMania week. Old strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. But yeah. As I'm getting a video package for the triple threat here. And so how do y'all think this plays out? Did Rhea shoehorn her way into it? Does Bianca retain the streak? Does she continue on? Does she go 5-0? I guess, does she leave new women's champ, or does EO surprise the world and take everybody out? Roll Tide, what up? Christian, Nick, did you see the designs of the new Buffalo Bills Stadium, and are you going there one day when it opens 2026? Christian, I would love to go to a Bills game. I've been to one before in the past. It was the Bills versus the Jets. It was me, my brother, and my stepdad. I think what I actually more closely than 2026, I'll say this, what I would love to see, and I actually would love to get my hands on some of their kind of merch type stuff, is if the Bills went back to like the 90s unis and everything, like give me the red helmet and like the old school kind of 90s jersey and everything, as we're getting a replay of El Grande getting the win last week and Bert Kreischer there at ringside hitting choke slams just equivalent to The Undertaker. I hate myself for even saying that out loud. Honestly, it's whatever when it comes to Mania. To me this year, fair enough. I mean, you do you, boo-boo. If you don't want to be happy, you do you. But let me know, folks, who you're taking, whether you're taking Julius Creed or Rey Mysterio. And this, all due respect to Rey, I know he's the legend, the icon, everything like that. But him versus Julius, like Julius right now, this looks like a senior in high school picking on a junior in middle school type of thing. I understand Rey's the legend and the icon and the vet and all that, but the size difference is a little bit interesting. I'll say that. Commercial night Raw is boring tonight. I don't think so. And even then, we're still only through the first hour, and I think I enjoyed Gunther. The match between Bailey and Liv was good. So, I mean, we've got an hour and a half or so left of this show. I don't think it's all been that bad. I mean, keep it a buck. SmackDown last week was a worse build-up show than this was. And that had 3 hours. But Spaz with a $10 super chat. Gotta love the IWC. Got a comment on a vid threatening to flag my content for that thing. If I don't change my opinion of Naomi, then why would they go to Mexico? No one on that roster will be over. Spaz, I feel like I'm missing context with that, but yeah, no. I'll say this. I've said it. I don't know if I've been converted to Anthony's ways or what have you, but Naomi as a heel, Naomi's going to end up as a women's world champion by the end of 2025. Mark my words, 100%. Julius Creed's charisma is second to none. I wouldn't say it's second to none. Anyone else hear the story that it was he who shall not be named that thought him and his brother there, Brutus, were going to be like, future world champs, like sooner rather than later? If Julius could really kind of I don't want to say fill out, but round out, I guess, a little bit more. As a person or as a personality, size wise, even potentially. I think he's got all the makings of being a guy that around, say, 2027 to 2030 world champ. What? Judas got that one. Chair saying EO retains. I don't know about that. Small Mark, would you rather Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, or Miz have one last world title run? AJ 100% when it comes to me with my opinion on that. But yeah. So we literally just now got everyone tossed from ringside as that's their segue to commercial break. Of everybody gets on the apron and everybody gets thrown from ringside. But I will remind everybody then again, this I guess at this point we're struggling to you how, but we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything. Trust me, you've already seen the schedule. I'm sure KJ will put it up at some point again. But yes, we are here all week long covering anything and everything. Trust me. Honestly, I feel like at this point, if we could, there we go. I'll click out the comment. There we go. But yes, we're back at it. We're already here for Monday, 7:30. Tomorrow, go home show, Stand and Deliver, NXT. Wednesday, Spring Breakin', Dynamite, GCW ID tournament, and Spring Breakin's actually stacking up pretty heavily as well. Thursday, we got you covered on everything. When I say everything, everything. Friday, SmackDown, the last final show before WrestleMania and the Hall of Fame and everything. And then again, starting at noon Eastern Standard Time here, going all the way through from the pre-show for Stand and Deliver, running straight through from Stand and Deliver, night one of WrestleMania. Got all the games, gadgets, gizmos, and everything involved for you. 100%. You can win prizes, everything. The best of us for the rest of us on night one, and then we're back at it like a jackrabbit for night two. Again, this is as much as it's their Super Bowl, it's our Super Bowl. This is why we do this. This is why we play the game type of thing. This is where we're locked in and loaded and having the most fun with this. And this is when, especially we're going to be out there for 12 plus hours and everything, having the nice little lovely community that we built and everything. Y'all are 100% as much a part of this as we are. So shout out, yo, as I'm still in commercial break. I got Adam saying, busy week for you guys. Gotta be a killer. All that streaming and the day job. Thanks for the content. No, Adam, like I was saying right there, thank you. Because trust me, I don't want to speak for any of my constituents, but I've been there. You have a sugar honey iced tea day and everything like that, and you come on here and just you're hanging out with the bros. This is the cheers of the wrestling, community and everything, where everybody knows your name. Trust me, we try to get to everybody, but yeah, this is where absolutely it is just I'd be doing this and my wife would be having to listen to me talk this much if I wasn't doing this. But this has just become the fun back and forth banner and everything of always love seeing the new faces, always love seeing the whole discourse and discussion and everything of because it's all a discussion too in real time. It's not let me give you my opinion on this after that. No, we're all watching this live real time. So we all got a live reaction to it as we're back in action with Rey with the kind of the Hurricane Rana, Senna Gable on the outside as he rolls back in. Why? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out Rey's attire here, but he looks like a goddamn Wildberry Pop-Tart or something. Little surf ball slide there, but gets Julius he was supposed to catch him into the suplex, but they ended up too far on the ground. So it looks like he just kind of like DDT'd the man, and now he's just walking with him. Raiders jersey for Mania. What? Rey Mysterio is honored to be in the ring with the legend like Julius Creed. There you go. Match getting a tad rough now. I don't know, because I was gonna say almost is it rough or is it long? The commercial break was a thing. Hurricane Rana. A lot of this match has been just Rey. I mean, treat her like boxing, stick and move, which I mean isn't a terrible thing, especially when you're Rey in your upper age and everything, and you're taking on someone like Julius, but it hasn't been exactly like a chain wrestling, or it's been a lot of stop-start-ish. Give me El Generico versus El Grande Americano in the Battle of the L's. As Julius tries to catch. Well, he caught Rey and then tried to twist him out, and then eats a fucking set out DDT. Rey's 50. There's no way that Rey's only a year older than Charlotte. Rey is definitely plus 50. But yeah. Next time they cut to Cole, look in the crowd behind him. There's a Fred Durst lookalike, red Yankees hat and all. Fair enough. I will try and keep attention. We are watching ballet. We like it rough. Pause. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Julius with the straps down. Up over the top. Who wants to see KJ and Nick in WrestleMania 41 jerseys? I'd rather see us respectfully in Hank and Tank jerseys. Or actually, how about this? Bold strategy, Cotton. How about we blow this thing up till we're in WrestleMania 40 whatever media boxes and everything, instead of WrestleMania jerseys? We're in media boxes. How about that? Speaking of guys in extra boxes, or guys who like to be in boxes. I don't know about that.
Just one. Loyal to
I don't know. Geekbox, does Geekbox count as two boxes?
Well, maybe. Second
box guy.
Oh, sorry, big splash.
Right.
And it's over. The crowd was standing. This is awesome, Nick. The crowd was into it. I know a couple of comments as I was returning from my break, said I was getting it, but I mean, Julius carried him off his knees. I mean, it was. I didn't see this. Americano! Americano! From the Gulf of America.
Everybody gonna get real mad.
Good. Oh, Dragon Lee.
Yeah, but no, I watched it and I saw, like, you didn't catch that guy. Of like, if we had to replay that, like, that's 9 out of 10 times that's not a catch.
Oh no, I mean, God. Oh, someone's got to check out this guy. He's got the loaded mask, Nick. He's got the loaded mask.
Oh, boy.
America from the top. Flying headbutt.
Is it one of those, all right, y'all that were offended early and easily y'all can shut the fuck up because we're doing, like, so over the top with it. Like, he's got a loaded mask. He's from the Gulf of America. It's AI art. Like, you now just look stupid. Of like, why you gangbanging on Barney?
Again, like, it's the same people that love anime and cartoons. It's not real. Just because your favorite OnlyFans girls put on a costume doesn't make it real.
And but she said I'm her top fan. I'm her #1 subscriber.
Right. He put himself. Yeah, that happens sometimes with the 619. Flying jalapeno on a steak.
Oh, God.
Excellent. Like,
though, still, El Grande is losing at Mania.
Yeah.
Mask reveal.
Yes. Like KG's hair, it's not real. My hair is real. It's just missing.
There's MIA.
The stripper told me she liked me. Yeah, exactly. The same people that mortgaged their house for fake Liv Morgan. Oops.
Oh, Christ. That's just Twitter. That's the IWC. The stripper told me she liked me. The Hooters waitress likes me.
I said it when it happened. Or we got the Raiders on screen right now.
We've just got us. We've got us.
Right, let's go. All the beards.
Yeah.
El
We
Generico.
need to have them in just like a beard triad, like round table here.
Right. Yeah, I mean, JV, if we could get it, I'd be in for it.
Oh, well, you'd have to make Sammy make sense with that, but yeah.
Right, well, doesn't take much to make this not make sense. What's Kevin Kelly starting his own promotion? I had not heard that.
I saw a thing from him on Twitter of he's still in talking to legal people of aka Stephen Pinu. He's got he wants to sign wrestlers who want to do them. Like it's one of those, it's about as much there as Vince McMahon starting his own God knows what.
Right. A request from Boston.
I want to hear Nick say skibbity toilet Riz. No. Well, shit. Now you've backed me into it. I've already said it because I had to read the thing. Yeah.
Right. Wilford. I love this one. Or Willard. Sorry, my bad. I shoved two names together. Kathy Bates was Misery. Was the #1 fan of James Caan. How that turned out.
Con!
Penta versus El Grande Americano for the IC title at SummerSlam. I don't think it's going to go that
in
long.
Mexico. In Mexico. No, SummerSlam's in Detroit. They do that at that show in Mexico. El Grande Americano.
Right. As New Day responding to the Raiders with Jackie Redmond.
Are you surprised that there is not okay? Just instantly, I'm already not. But that there is not like a multi-person ladder match, what have you, title match, like say with the tag belts, what have you, anything, and we still might see it added, but there's no clusterfuck match.
Well, I mean, is it weird because I felt like SmackDown was 100% setting that up, and then they narrowed it down, they whittled it down, and we're getting no tag match from that side of the
They whittled it down to no WrestleMania? Like, you whittled it down too much.
Right. I like this New Day, though, and I'm okay with the Raiders getting some love. This match is going to overachieve.
Early prop bet question idea. Do you think Big E gets involved and screws over the New Day at WrestleMania 41?
I'm going to say no.
He doesn't got to take a bump. He might just have to
like just distract.
Thing. Yeah.
I don't know if I mean, I don't know. I truly, as I see here right now, and I could be wrong, but I mean, the Viking Raiders having a really good match with the New Day, one of the best in WWE history, and be able to say we just beat them straight up is probably good enough.
Fair enough.
But I got AJ Styles coming out to take on Karrion Kross.
Right.
As the night rolls on, folks, lots coming your way. I will put a poll up. Who you taking? Are we taking AJ or KK? Let me know.
How much do you hate Gable? If you have Gable beat Penta in Mexico, Gable would need to be escorted out of Mexico on Air Force One.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to do that shit. Sometimes you got to get heat to get heat.
Right. Sometimes you just got to let it cook.
Controversy sells. Oh, wait. That's an outdated model, I guess, that's about to be beaten by Dynamite.
Right. So straight up, folks, let's be real. We are in a commercial break. AJ in the ring, but I do not think we get a winner in this match. I'm calling nobody for the win. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, Logan Paul's advertised for tonight, so we know Logan's going to be lurking.
Well, I will say two things, and I'm going to take a pause. I take Kross for the win, and I'm wondering how you feel with what Logan Paul has brought to this build, to this match and everything. Like, does this feel the same as past Logan matches?
All right. So Nick's taking a pause for the cause. We're rolling on, folks. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. AJ Styles will be taking on Karrion Kross. Like I said, I'm taking nobody in this match. Nobody is an option. DQs have winners. I didn't say DQ. I said nobody. So you got to decide, Mr. Noob. Options are tricky. But yes, here comes Karrion Kross. We haven't seen Karrion Kross in the ring in a hot minute. But in addition to that, the other question Nick had, the Logan Paul AJ Styles build hasn't been that focused on as expected. Again, you only have so many minutes and they are a mid-card match. I've been a big proponent of what's going to happen. I think JV said it a second ago. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles might steal the show at Mania. This match could surprise us, and I picked Paul to go over AJ because, again, you're putting the younger talent over. And I do see a future. I know people don't like Logan. I know we hate on Logan. I know Logan's no fun as a human being, but he works so well as a wrestling heel. And there's a lot of wrestlers in our history that we used to cheer for or boo that were really not good people. This is nothing new at all. Got AJ, got AJ, got AJ. I agree, VHS. I said the same thing. I'm with you, Jose. It could really surprise us, but I got Scarlett in the ring looking like $1,005,000. Why is nobody an option? Answered that. What's the trick to not getting ads on the broadcast VPN and which country? Any country outside of the US and VPN. Didn't Don Callis get her shoot in Mexico after an event? Yeah, he got jumped. And it's still one of the best clips where you hear him kind of yelling out like, Conan. Yeah, there was some heat. I believe the person was like a photographer. I could be wrong, but they didn't realize Callis, was working, and they got, a little handsy, a little aggressive. As we are coming back out of commercial break, and we're going back to April 2012, folks. Conan, yo, no, gotcha, buddy. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It does exist on the internet. There's also podcasters, shout out Mr. Cornette, who covered the whole clip. And again, it was just kind of a funny thing, but to hear it back, and yeah, it's hilarious. I miss bald Karrion Kross, but it was talked about for a long time. Like, does the hair matter? I say no. I'm not clicking on that one. Please, Papa H, after WrestleMania 41, push Kross. I believe that Karrion Kross is going to have a very good 2025. I think he's going to have a strong back half of this year. I think that he's been in a bit of a holding pattern, but ultimately, I think that there's a lot of talent there. I think Triple H knows there's a lot of talent there, and I do think there's a chance that Karrion gets a lot more love. KJ, you have such a gorgeous skull. It's shiny. I keep it clean. I appreciate you. Work goes in. You'd be surprised. Just because you have no hair doesn't mean there's no maintenance. Got to keep that shit moist. Pause. Nice noggin. It's symmetrical. I don't know about that part. It might be a little lumpy. Some dents in this noodle. Maddie, thank you for the super chat. Wrestling for Life, Scooby Gang. Roll them, light them, let's go. Light them if you got them. But we are rolling on right now. 44% of the chat taking AJ, 29 taking Karrion, and 29 taking nobody. So we are rolling. The gentlemen are in the ring waiting for this one to kick off as we are getting the Hall of Fame advertisement. Headliner being Triple H this year. Hashtag moist, one of the funniest words in the English language. Just sounds moist. Kross will also be competing at Bloodsport. Yes, he will. This is a great opportunity. I love what WWE is doing with GCW, doing with Bloodsport. Natty's going to be there. Pete Dunne's going to be there. One of the Creeds is going to be there, if not both. There is a lot. See, not that far, Paul. Not that far, my guy. Oh, so they're saying AJ Logan, WrestleMania Sunday. If anyone was curious, AJ will fight Logan Paul WrestleMania Sunday. As Carrion starts this one off, I will close the poll. Still a heavy favorite going to AJ Styles, but Carrion just towers over him. This is the first Raw I've got to watch live, and I am shocked at the commercials on Netflix. Yeah, I mean, they're a thing. Boston, I'm not going to click on your comment, but I will say maybe. I'm balding, need to shave 3 times a week. Or my head looks like a Chernobyl. Yeah, it starts looking like a fuzzy tennis ball. So yeah, I can't do it. Can't do it. I don't see Cross going anywhere. He's going, 100%. Again, remember, when you are in the pinnacle, when you are in the big leagues, unless you think like Ricochet is a good example. He might have hit a ceiling in WWE where he was never really going to be pushed to that level of a guy, but you could see Ricochet be that guy in AEW. So it made a lot of sense for him. Ultimately, a guy like Cross going nowhere. They talked about Kevin Owens going nowhere. Talked about Seth going nowhere. So again, we're good. So where do you think Layla Rush will end up? Oh, Layla, I don't know. I mean, I'd be curious to see how she does. I think she needs to get out there. And I heard her story. I'll wait for Nick to come back, Frank, in a commercial to dive into this a little bit. So maybe you might have to remind me. But ultimately, Layla Hirsch, it's unfortunate, but I think she needs to get out there. Start taking indie bookings, get in as many matches as you can. I think she'd be great for TNA. Yeah, maybe in NXT, but I think she needs to kind of, we kind of forget what she can and can't do. Who's going to induct the natural disasters? I have no idea. It's been talked about that. I mean, or all but confirmed Shawn Michaels going to induct Triple H. Taker's going to induct his wife, but Karrion Kross in control, standing over and mocking AJ Styles. Kross was doing fan-made movies and things a while he was gone. Kross has done really well at trying to keep himself relevant. And again, when you're not getting booked, it's tricky, but I think he's doing good with it. AJ off the ropes, baseball slide, Karrion hitting the guardrail. Great entrance, ABJ. The Hurricane, stand back. I like that, dude. I like that. Well played, MDV. The Hurricane. I'm trying to think, like, who would be a viable candidate? Like, I mean, that's a really interesting one. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions on this one. KJ, are you a big guy or do you use an electric head shaver? I use the Freebird. Freebird. Both, noob. Start with an electric, finish off with the Bic, or Gillette. I don't know if other places have Gillette. But yeah, no, I start with an electric, follow it up with a razor to smooth it out. So it just takes too long if you do one or the other. He's huge. Fucking huge. KJ, have a feeling the chat this Sunday is going to be slow. Interesting, Larry. I'm curious why you think that. You think because wrestling fans are gonna be here. Wrestling fans are gonna be here. They might have Easter dinner in their lap, but they'll be here. Who's inducting Luger? Still up in the air. I know Sting was talked about a lot. I know this is still up in the air. I don't believe it's happening. I know Uncle Dave wanted to stand on his ground. Sting's doing nothing. Sting's doing nothing for the company. Let him do it. Let him do it. Let him do it. Who would be the alternative then if it's not Luger? Do you let like DDP do it? Maybe. Oh, you. I want to pull up my Farley because of that one. Like, I don't know how I feel about Cross pants. Again, an interesting change up with Cross, right? Pardon me. Decent match off and rolling so far, folks. In your opinion, KJ, Nick Cross is WWE or does he resign with WWE? I think I got what you're saying, Damien. Yeah. Maybe. I'll never tell. All I will say is the alternative to not being like the top of my head is very uncomfortable and ew. So take care of your business, boys. Manscaped, hashtag not sponsored. Working on it though. AEW is not a great option if you can stay. More likely you'll just be another face and hardly seen the duration of the contract. And Adam, you're not wrong about that. I would agree to a point. Like, again, you can only believe what you're being sold. And I mean, I think if you're young enough and the money is strong enough, what are you going to lose? All right, I'll go there. I'll get paid ridiculous, more than I was getting paid. Work whenever I kind of want, because that seems to be how we run around here. But if ultimately that doesn't work, I can come back. It's like MJF, where we were like, I can't believe MJF signed. Yeah, but when his contract expires, he's still under 30 years old. You don't think his next contract could mean something? So it all depends on where you feel. And I think stylistically, Ricochet fighting a Speedball, Ricochet fighting Kenny, Ricochet fighting Swerve or Ospreay had a lot of appeal. So I get that. Speaking of great appeal,
I'm appealing like a banana, but yes.
Exactly my joke. That's hilarious.
Exactly, my guy. Oh, that's why we do this all the fucking time. But yeah, no, there's some people that I think fit with signing with AEW. And I think that there's some people, like you said, that they sign on the younger. All right, so I can still do enough dates and do enough stuff outside of AEW that will get me noticed. Because, yeah, we're not talking about AEW that much because it's Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, again, think of it from the wrestler standpoint of, wow, I can make $6 million over 3 years with AEW, and then maybe I come back out after that nice bank, that nice nut. And then I can turn around and go, maybe I go back to the WWE, but the W won't give me more than $3 million over 3 years. So again, it's the same thing with athletes when they start pricing themselves. Sometimes people take a price cut to go to a better team. Sometimes they take a bigger pay to go to a weaker team, depending on what their priorities are. So
yeah, yeah, as some people even said, a nice
way. Scarlett giving some love to her hubby. The ref's talking to him.
No fucking way.
Don't.
Not this way. But I think this is just fake out. Right, but yeah, no. So, well, with you saying of a nice, chestnut and everything like that when it comes to signing with AEW, sometimes, you get entrapped and ensnared into a thing. But yeah.
Yeah, I think there's people out there that know that and they don't care. Like, I think FTR took the money and ran. Like, they work, 6 times a year.
I like their heel run. I think Okada is the guy who's took the money and run.
Oh, for sure. As AJ on fire, Karrion fakes the injury.
Well, that's the thing. Karrion's the master manipulator he's not the master debater. He's the master manipulator.
Right.
And I think come 2025, the rest of 2025, post Mania, like Money in the Bank, we could see Karrion Kross as a Money in the Bank briefcase holder.
Right. Jimmy Hart that's a good shout. I mean, bring Jimmy without Hogan, because Jimmy does.
That's not possible. That's not possible.
I mean,
because they're a package deal.
No, they're not. Odds we get the magic show at Mania. I mean, Vegas. We need magicians. Let's go. All right. Siegfried and Roy up on stage. Up next.
Sans Tiger.
Well, Sans Life. Do we complain about
that too?
Right. AJ setting up. Karrion to his feet. Karrion
puts his hands behind the back like he embraced that shit.
Yeah. But AJ
you down so you can become even more Skywalker.
Good advice, MDP. Good advice. And I agree with you, Anthony. That freshly shaved feel is wonderful, especially when you're out in the car driving, the wind's blowing in, not your hair. Yeah, it feels wonderful.
Well, A, I'm going to go with that, but I was going to say, B, we haven't even had, we're not Manscaped sponsored yet. We don't need to fucking sales pitch for him yet.
Hey, yo! Logan Paul.
Oh, no.
Let's go.
Where are we going? Anywhere but here.
Yeah, I like Jimmy Hart as a shout to whoever else suggested Jimmy Hart, so I'll accept that.
I get Logan Paul. He's a heel. He draws heat. He can kind of go in the ring. I have not liked a single fucking second of any of this build.
Mm-hmm.
Not a now, another, not
to
anything.
Me, like it's been okay, but to me, it's a mid card build. So I'm not that like.
It's barely a Raw main event build. It is not a WrestleMania build.
Okay, what's the difference? Tell me. I'll listen.
Logan's involved. That's the only reason why they're putting it on fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, I think again, don't discredit AJ and what he means and him deserving a WrestleMania.
Oh no, he should be so much more.
Exactly. So again, Logan's out here getting booed. They don't like him. He might have actually, Paul. That's funny. Boston, I completely agree with this. This is what I want.
I don't think this should be Cross's whole shtick. I want him to be serious and a guy who just brutalizes people. He needs to be back to his intensity in NXT days, which I've seen, I guess, on the main events and everything. I don't know if they did it tonight of their bringing back more of his like entrance that he had when he was NXT World Champion, of the Scarlett comes out with the Fallen Prey and everything.
We are getting a Logan Paul hype package, ladies and gentlemen. They are telling us all you need to know about Logan's career in the WWE.
Yay! That's why it all fits within a hype package.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. It all fits within a hype package.
Well, I mean, it could be, relative.
Are we so? Well,
I mean,
I'll ask this. Well, I think you might have said this before. So you think Logan Paul is going to end up a world champion by the end of 2025? Type of shit.
If not 2025, by the end of 2025, I think early 2026, mid 26. Yeah, 100%. Like if you have Uber babyface Jay as a champion and Logan Paul's his challenger, it works.
Oh,
it works, especially if he dethrones him.
He skips like Gunther. He skips this person. He skips that person. We get Jey Uso versus
skips. If Gunther loses, well, we're good with Gunther. But again, I mean, even if they do Jay Gunther at Backlash and run it back just to see, but Logan Paul is enough of a heel. That's why he's going to beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
Twitter's. Oh.
This match doesn't need a build. It's going to steal the show. I think this match is definitely going to overachieve athletically.
Well, yeah, that's overachieve for nothing, but yeah.
What do you mean, overachieve for nothing?
As in the build of this is nothing. Like, I really don't want. I don't want Logan Paul to be a favorite anymore.
Mid-card build, and this match will be on Sunday, by the way, folks. The Titanium.
I will give him credit. His goddamn finisher is impressive as shit.
Logan mocking AJ, and what was that? Holy shit!
His finish. I can't remember what he calls it, but it's impressive as shit.
Let's fucking go.
It is one of those of everyone that has 2K25 has probably something as that. That's either your signature or your finisher.
Right. Nick finally got something right. Logan is boring. He's not boring at all based on the crowd reaction that he's getting right now. And you're telling me the guy that has jumped through tables, the guy that does moonsaults off shit, the guy that does a buckshot lariat better than Hangman is boring? I mean, again, I know we don't like him. I know he's not a nice human being, but I can't deny what's right in front of me. The facts are the facts. He can go.
I will deny that. I will play Mr. Magoo, but yeah, it's the pulverizer, the pulverizer.
The pulverizer, yes. WrestleMania 41 in Vegas will be CM Punk's first WrestleMania main event. Let's go. Dude, we're this close. Punk don't do shit. Put Punk in a bubble. I want him to look like
Bubble
the hamster
boy
in your living room.
Well, and Heyman out here, and Heyman again he's the monkey in the middle with this situation of everybody wants to stake a claim to him because you even had Punk's, this is my favor. You will be in my corner. And Heyman even said, I will be there when you main event a WrestleMania. That's why he's out there. And I know what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. It's all there. But he's been Roman's wise man. And now you and some other people think that he owes Seth a favor because he didn't stomp his brains into jelly.
It's what a heelish person would do if they saved you from, like, I was going to break into your house, but I chose not to. So give me $100 or I'll come back tomorrow. You're like, fuck.
No, Tyrell, get the fuck off my fucking block and get fucking move along.
Oh, Chad's back.
Oh, I just had Cody Rhodes in I have Cody Rhodes in a Whole Foods.
No, Chad Gable's back and the crowd is chanting loud, you suck. Logan versus Cena for Crown Jewel. It could be a thing, Taylor. Crown Jewel, they love that name.
That's true heel on heel.
Fuck it. I tagged this channel while I was live chat with Marty Jannetty the other night, seeing if he would pop over here. How cool would that be? Send Marty. Let's go. Hope he's hanging in there.
Well, I think we've actually had Marty pop up before. Christ, if I want to run through the list, we've had Marty pop up. We've had Stevie Richards pop up. Christ, we interviewed Cole Radrick and Grim Reaper and everything like that just because they were watching. So again, if we say it on the channel and it's often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. But yeah, we're the channel that even the wrestlers watch.
We say it. Yeah, Grim was here the other night, which was nice. Again, we've had a couple others pop in. Everybody is welcome. We appreciate the tag. We appreciate the love. So Logan stood tall. AJ might win. Dun, dun, dun. Very much AJ could win this one.
Please, AJ. And Karen Cross, though, is even pleading for AJ to win this. Of like, you're standing you're the last fucking beacon for all of us here. You need to win this to keep the hordes at bay.
Right? The weekend.
And I said hordes, not whores.
Fair. The weekend at Bernie's. That's 100% what that was. He hits him with the titanium punch and then props him up and poses with him. Thought that was great. That's it. I agree with you, Jose. That's it. Again, is he again? Don't act like some of the people that we used to think were great wrestlers weren't some fucked up people too. They did some fucked up shit again. So again,
but to be so blatant would be doing some fucked up shit and everything. To have a reality show doing some fucked up shit.
Some of these motherfuckers are lucky there was no social media back then, or else we would know what kind of shit they really were.
True.
And I don't want to shit on something I grew up loving, but let's be real. It's no different than sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Like,
Dark Side of the Ring didn't exist.
Right? Like Logan's not on airplanes doing helicopters yet.
Come on, ride the plane, ride it.
Is this Steph in Austin?
What?
Oh, we're getting the bouncy.
Have you watched much of Steph's place?
Logan did a frog splash onto the announce table. Man's got my respect that day. Theater, I agree. Listen, when they announced Logan Paul was going to fight Roman Reigns 2 years ago now, I was disgusted. Disgusted. Yes. But I've watched the man wrestle, and I can't ignore what I see.
But I can at least say, though, that what he's done on the mic wise lately has been trash.
Is that his fault?
Yes, he gets booed, but it's not good.
He was good tonight. AJ's not great on the mic. Never has been.
Yeah. I can't defend AJ ever on the mic.
Right? That's
Georgia draw and everything. No.
Right? Weekend at Bernie's, classic. I love Stevie Richards' channel. Stevie's a friend of ours, Adam. He's been here before, so good. I like how Stevie breaks shit down. I like it. Because again, it makes it hard to argue with him because he breaks it down in such a way. Well, we got JJ.
Right. Darkness,
Who's
Jay
ready?
Uso. Well, and shout out also Stevie, because I know Stevie's been one of those of like got struck by the bots and everything like that. Of like, it was an AEW clip he broke down or something like that, and then like they just all of a sudden they tried to like take his whole channel down and shit.
Oh yeah, they were mad at him, and even like his breakdown of like the spike spot with Moxley.
Yeah,
he went into length of not just like this is stupid, I hate it. It was like these are the reasons as a pro. And again, no, I know people don't like it, but a lot of people that used to do this are saying these things.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's not like just this giant cabal of like the Wrestling for Life, Jim Cornette, Stevie Richards, this, that, and the third. We all get together and we agree for a lump sum of money that we're all gonna say the same opinion. No, we all just see the same shit.
Yeah. How did they make Weekend at Bernie's sequels? They managed to do it, man. This guy was embalmed well.
They said the Seagulls after the third one, they started picking a little too hard. It got a little too
there was
nitty-gritty.
Total,
Yeah.
Right? The third, there was 3. Yeah.
I don't know.
There's at least 2. I know there's 2 because there's the one in Hawaii, which when he gets the arrow through his head and he would dance when the music came on. That's my favorite shit. That takes me back.
You're already mentioning moments I don't have recollection of. So yeah.
Right. He's like the Undertaker, super embalmed.
It's just Kenny with the fucking embalming fluid in the Worcestershire sauce.
Right. Marvin eating the chat, eating it up, folks. Get in here. The voodoo, 100%, Jose. 100%.
Voodoo.
The part where they use him to pull the wagon is a bit much.
Michael Cole having rhythm is a bit too much for me.
He doesn't have any.
He's so focused of like when he's doing the dap up handshake, he's like, I am so locked in right now.
Like guys like him that give us an unrhythmic name.
He is the Caucasian stereotype.
He is the Caucasian station.
I've never seen no one whiter than Michael Cole.
It's just find the beat, bro. It's just
right. Are you deaf, motherfucker?
Right? Like I don't get it. What are you? Why are you dancing?
No, that's when literally tone deaf is a thing, and I think we found the worst case of it.
Mm-hmm. Like this should be easy. Just follow along with everyone else.
Turn around and look behind you. Be on pace with them. They're on beat. Why the fuck can't you? Literally turn to your left. Pat's on beat. Look in front of you. Jay's on beat. Turn behind you. The crowd's on beat. How do you still stay off beat?
Michael Cole couldn't be stiffer if he downed a bottle of Blue Chew. Come on now.
I know we had a super chat, but real quick, FDB, Michael Cole, sorry. The Caucasian. The Caucasian. He put the cock in Caucasian. What?
Jesus.
Not quite. My beard, I haven't been ordained yet. Yeah.
Jay is here, folks, just standing on the table. And again, this is a great example of what Triple H said today, Nick. The internet audience isn't the fans. And listen to this building. You would think this guy's garbage, but listen to this building.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and even then, to just have fun, to have the involvement, to have the emotion behind it and everything. Like, he's got to run it back. Yeah, but that's the thing is this is when Jey Uso was Jey Uso. We got to run it back because that's why I'm not mad. He opens a WrestleMania and for fucking 2.5 hours, the crowd's going to be yeeting.
Who's in the OVO t-shirt?
Not Drake.
Logan did the throat slash, man. I'm just saying that's a protected move now since Rock did it. Hey,
no, Rock did his shit too. He did the all of that. No, the only one I would associate with it is Taker.
Yeah, that's true. Jay looking a little heel, maybe a little more serious, a little less colorful, a little more on point.
Locked in.
Locked in's a good way to put it, my friend.
Yeah. My peoples, what up?
My mama out here somewhere.
Now. Be mad already.
Mama.
Get ready to be pre-mad because Jey Uso's winning your world heavyweight title at WrestleMania 41.
Oh, this
love it, hate it, run from it, hide from it. It is inevitable.
Go back to our
crash,
Did Ludwig tease a Mania match again yet? Not that I've seen, Richard.
No.
I'm locked in for y'all. He's using the word you used.
Right. Well, and again, he does instead of the what, he's now just the eat.
Well, that's it. This is so lame.
Boss, I know your trigger, your attempt at triggering did not work.
I don't even have to argue it. It just makes me laugh because we're watching this building jump up and down.
Yeah, like what is it with that of like when you only look at Twitter, like do you not see, like do you not have vision? Do you not have eyes? Yeah. Are you deaf? Can you not hear?
Really, if you were one of the 15,000 people in the building, you'd just be sitting there like this right now?
I'm so mad. I'm not going to eat.
You'd be eating your ass off all over that fucking bandwagon.
I'd be eating, skeeting, scootering, fucking tweeting everything.
Yeah. They're in the Bay Area. That's homecoming 100%. And again, he said his mama, his family's kicking around. But look at their
Sacramento.
Superstar. Hundo. He's going to be your next world champion. We love Gunther. He's going to be your next world champion.
Yeah. Again, Jey Uso, you don't got to have a long run, but you're going to have a run.
Right. A lot of these IWC dudes love goofy wrestling and simultaneously hate. That is the funniest part of like, they'll like a really ridiculous spot and then be like, well, this eat stuff's just silly. You're like, hello. Like, you can't.
I only like my fun, not your fun.
Yeah. Hey, we're eating around you. Hype for Mania. Let's go.
Have we not seen Yeeta Mania shirts? If not, why haven't we? But yeah.
For weeks.
Exactly. Well, I've seen people already that are out there doing their little, we're going to have our little family WrestleMania watch party and everything. You buy fucking a dozen pairs of sunglasses from Dollar Tree. You sit there with some whiteout, put Yeet on the front of it, and all of a sudden you're hyped up for Jey Uso going into WrestleMania.
Look at the crowd. We're going to get this in with 50,000 people strong.
But again, this is going battle rap bar lines. Look it up.
Right.
Are these people deaf? Can these people hear? Like, what are you seeing and what are you hearing that apparently no one else is?
Right. I bet Jimmy comes out at WrestleMania to help Jay. The only way I see that playing out is Ludwig. Ludwig comes out. Jimmy is the counter to Ludwig.
Yeah, I can see that.
I have to like this or be mocked. You don't have to like this at all, but you are going to be mocked.
Yeah, no, it's one of those of explain your position. Discussion. That's what we do.
Right. Oh, wait. Michael's like, wait, I want to do it too. I don't know what to do. He's like,
again, he puts the car. He puts at least the car in the Caucasian, if not the whole cock. But yeah,
dude, stop it. Sorry, but the guy that thinks Jey Uso is a main event tag team guy, not a solo guy. Sorry, but I'm gonna. Fair enough, but he's been solo for like 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years. What is it? It's been a hot minute since he's been in a tag team.
Yeah, and so then what? So we got to put him and Jimmy back together. So nothing to do with Jimmy.
Right.
Jay was never over. we got to put, the genie back in the bottle.
Right. What's up, Stoner Jesus? May the blunt be with you, sir. As we're going back to last week, the IC title picture, and maybe one of the best spears we've ever seen.
Well, it is funny that it's interesting that gets brought up, because then you had people that had to respond to it. Normally you would have that and everyone's like, whatever. Goldberg puts out a thing of like a highlight fucking package of his spears. Then everybody's talked about the gore. Literally, this man was trying to hit a spear so fast he was already flipping in the air.
Oh, wait a minute. Judgment Day all over Braun.
You shouldn't have done that.
Oh, Finn and Dom working together right now, even though that might not be the case.
That's setting you up so you believe it and then you unbelieve it right. Saturday or Sunday. But Spaz with a $5 super chat. My brother, who's very casual, said this: Kaiser's phone on a pole match, but the DM are from mommy. She joins that match and wins, walks out with 2 titles.
Yeah, I don't see it. Here comes Penta.
I think we both kind of talked about it. You might have hinted at a bit more of the way that their intros and everything are set up between Penta and Rey. Yeah. That it's almost leading more and more of clearly the transition of them being a tag team together.
Even if they're not, they're brothers. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't blow me away that.
Listen, I got brothers, but I don't need to be doing the same shit my brothers is doing.
But a lot of times there's similarities. I mean, Jay and Jimmy, very similar. Again, ultimately, we know where this is heading, I believe. But it is Penta versus Finn. Now, why was that not pre-advertised? Penta versus Finn up next, folks.
Yeah, why is that? Yeah, that's a match that should have been advertised.
But yeah, we go to commercial break. Penta walking out. Oh, they got a little baby. That's adorable.
I have the Skittles commercial, so I have no baby. I am Son's baby.
We know you don't get every commercial. Nick's like, I'm not getting it. We got you. I got you. Penta right. Into the ring. The IWC, this yeet stuff is lame, but let's have Ricochet carry around and stab somebody with scissors. Yeah, James from KC, touche. Tabernacle, as Nick would like to say.
Right.
Great entrance. The crowd is jazzed right now. They just did all the J stuff. Now they're doing Penta. They're fucking thrilled.
Oh, yeah, you got hype on hype, and that's halfway to why I think, especially you're going to start off, say, a WrestleMania. Again, I've preached this philosophy. If you're not going to go on last, you're going to go on first. You've got the virgin audience and everything. You start that off with the whole crowd just yeeting out of their minds, and they will, they see Jey Uso become world champion before their eyes. They're rolling. They are hot for everything for like the next at least hour and a half. Everything else that you present, they will enjoy.
Yeah, no, here's the challenge. If you see a tweet, if you see something on X today or tonight, and it's negative towards something that the WWE did tonight, think about the number of likes or reposts on that post compared to the number of people currently in the building jumping up and down. Just that alone. We're not talking about even the people at home who are cheering and happy, but that is a very fun activity to do. Oh, this got 3 likes because nobody's listening to you.
Facts. Well, we are in agreement that we're all a part of that. No, we're fucking as a way away. I thought we were saying we were a part as we were torn asunder, but not, we were a part of it. Yeah, no. We're all on the island of common decency instead of, trying to hope for relevancy.
Right. I'm picking nobody because that includes DQs. No, it doesn't. DQ would imply a winner, Mr. Noob. So if
Yes.
somebody gets disqualified, the person that was hit illegally will win. However, there are scenarios where nobody gets a W. Nobody.
Though rare and few and far between. Well, now we had Chelsea Green and was it Chelsea and Mission in their match, or no, it was Chelsea and Zelina,
Yeah.
to where that now, thanks to the attorney's office of Crucifino and Crucifino, is getting filed of referee indiscretion and everything like that,
Yeah.
because it shouldn't have been a count out and all of that.
That's it. But she took the L. Referees calls final unless you're in AEW and your mom's at ringside.
Well, splitting hairs with it of it wasn't supposed to end that way, but that's the way it went, and so they kind of ran with it. And now they're trying to make the best of it.
Right. Nobody wins this match. This could be one of those matches where everybody jumps everybody and nobody wins. I like Penta wherever he goes. Theater. There you go. Boston's on the Penta vibe. There, I like it.
There you go.
But yeah, back to 444. We are not a part of the IWC. We have denounced the IWC. We have moved on from the toxic IWC, and we are the WFU, and we got the t-shirts to prove it. So become part of the Wrestling Fans United, where it's a little healthier. We can disagree, we can hate things, we can argue, but we don't have to try and kill each other.
Yeah, we're just out there. We're looking good for you and everything. We're as fans already getting
Penta up and over.
Penta.
Wasting no time.
Right. If I can enter, there we go. I like Quadra better. What? Words doing are you how?
Over my head.
Yeah.
The G.I. Joe. Polo, Ryan, let's go. WFU. Two shits with the IWC. Again, it's just a little bit of fun, folks, but it's our way to draw a definitive line between us and them. I was Jey Uso, was serious. That's what the haters are saying. He is serious, though. Like, again, I mean, just because he comes out and has the crowd going doesn't mean he's never serious.
Yeah, that's a character thing across the board, with whether it be this, whether it be that, or anything like wrestling or beyond. Of just because Jey Uso can come out and have a vibrant personality, he wants to eat and he's excited and everything, doesn't mean he's not serious. Like that's the case with that whole last promo of he was super serious and he was involved in it, and he was, Lord forgive me what I did. Or what I'm about to do, what I'm like, just swing on him.
Yeah. Total disagree. I feel like I got a feeling that the Mania crowd will forget about the Uso Gunther match as soon as it's over. I don't necessarily agree with that. And I mean, again, let's say you don't like Jay. I think there is faith for me in Gunther as well. Gunther's not going to go out there and shit the bed. So have faith in both guys. I mean, it takes two to tango. I think Gunther's going to drag him into dark water, win or lose.
Right. And even then, so if you feel that they're going to forget about it instantly, but you want that as the main event, what?
Right.
You can't, I don't think it's a forgettable thing at all. Clearly, we've seen that of he can sit there and just cut a whole promo sitting on the goddamn announce desk, and the whole crowd's eating. Michael Cole's trying to find fucking rhythm.
Right. Oh, up and over.
Two count. Yes, I am.
You won't convince me of the nobody's pick in Bailey. I don't know what I'm not trying to convince you. There are matches that nobody wins. They're not all DQs. There are matches that nobody gets the victory. That's just the way it is, noob. I don't have to convince you. It's facts.
They are few and far between. I'm gonna go run the statistical data and everything like that real quick.
How old is Penta? I think Penta's 40-ish, a little less maybe, but let me see if I can bring it up. Penta is 40 on the button, so Penta's my age. I think Finn will be a babyface after WrestleMania 40. Highly possible. Either way, if Finn wins it and the Judgment Day chase him, he'll become the babyface. If Dom wins it and Finn chases him, he'll become the babyface. So you might be on to something with that for sure, Damien. As Balor in control of Penta right now. Nobody is taking over the poll like Cash Money. Let's go. 47% or almost 50 going Penta. Finn getting 7. Nobody getting 44. Let's keep it rolling, folks. As the show rolls on, I think Finn will be a babyface. Got that one. Definitely agree with that. Us over them. Always. We are greater, stronger, better, faster. Penta down to the floor. Finn down to the floor. Is still that if Dom wins men's IC, they should have. Oh my God, bro. Let it go. She has a belt. I'm not clicking on your comments. You are not my IWC. Facts, Paul. I love it. I don't know what Vance said, so I don't know the context totally. Let me see if I can find Vance real quick. I probably can't. Oh, Vance. Hell no, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, the idea that it's all in good fun, I would argue 444. For a lot of us, it's all good fun. It's all banter. It's all playful debate. We don't always agree, but we can argue about it. But for there's a very sad, pathetic, gross aspect of the underbelly of it all. And the IWC represents it. And we said, fuck it. What's the main event? The main event will be Punk and whoever else. Paul sitting around waiting for people to show up. Punk's in the building. Big back elbow as we are in a commercial break. I will take a second to remind everybody we are back tomorrow. It's going to be a fun night here on the channel. NXT, the go-home show for Stand and Deliver. Fatal four-way to decide who will take on Ricky Starks. We got a parking lot brawl between the family and Dark State. Lots going on as we set up Stand and Deliver. And that's where our WrestleMania marathon begins on Saturday. So make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. We go live at noon. We stay all day long. We are not taking breaks. We're not going anywhere. This live for 10 plus hours on Saturday and 7+ hours on Sunday. Not to mention Thursday, we're going early and covering 4 shows. Friday, we got extra shit. Wednesday, we go early and cover more stuff. If you haven't seen that yet, make sure you check out all of our socials as we have the whole week mapped out and planned out. And down below, there's even more. Too sweet. Let's go. KJ, they're having a WrestleMania kickoff at 5 p.m. EST on Peacock and their socials on Friday, right? Friday? Yeah, we might have to hold off on that one. Penta for the win. Penta got 5 to 10 more years. Yeah, Penta will be fine. I mean, we just saw Rey 50. Again, there's a difference between Rey Mysterio 50 and Chris Jericho 50. Huge difference. I want to fast forward to the main event of night 2. That's when the Mania starts. Well, we got a lot more to happen between there, and I'm looking forward to the journey, the ride, and everything else in between. Boston, it's a very sad, unfun weekend if you're just waiting to the very end of it. It's very, very disappointing. How do you like the idea of Seth Rollins WrestleMania 41 entrance to feature Showgirl? It could be all of it. I mean, again, the Flamingos down the road, or it used to be. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be insane. Again, Triple H is a guy that likes music, likes the entrances, finds the importance of it as 2. Penta kicking out. Good match. I would argue that the in-ring stuff's been kind of fun tonight. It's almost 3-hour Raw. When? Tonight? We're not even at the 2-hour mark yet. It'll probably go 2.5. That 2.5-hour pocket has been lovely. Do you see Finn as with a championship gold in 2025? Yeah, I mean, again, the IC title he's in the hunt for already. I really like what Finn is doing. I think Finn's had a resurgence. I think there's a lot to be done with Finn. I think Triple H appreciates Finn more than Vince does or did. So, yeah, it was Penta taking down Balor. The first time I ever agreed with Dan and Liv being the men's and women's IC champion. I mean, again, a cute idea, but she's currently, it gives Raquel, Liv, and Dom Dom all belts. So Liv would be a better IC champion than Bird Lady. I'll say that much. And I like Bird Lady. Just, you know, it is what it is. Simon from What Culture? All right. Is going to have back issues from carrying the channel for all these years. All right. I guess. Not carrying this channel. I saw people in the IWC trying to cancel Jasmine Nix because her boyfriend said a special needs kid. I don't know if I can keep going. I don't know any of that, MDB, so I can't speak to it. I'm sorry. I hope you get a free sample of Seth Rollins' outfit. We'll see, Christian. I know you're excited. Let's go. Jey Uso turn on Mania. I can't wait. No, come on, Ryan. Let's be real. Bucks will have tag titles back in less than a month. I can't see that, Frankie. However, they did challenge the War Horses at Resurgence, because Resurgence is in Ontario, California. So if you didn't know that, they will be going for those New Japan titles. They're not touching the Hurt Syndicate. Are you kidding me? Any one of those three men would smack the shit out of the Bucks. Shoot, not work. Shoot. Penta, big backbreaker. Get the body bags ready for NXT parking lot brawl. It's going to be a crime scene. Ronan, it's going to be chaos. We know NXT has the scariest parking lot in all of wrestling. But Penta snapping the shoulder. I think Jay might turn heel too. Against Gunther. Wait, how do we get there? KJ, if you could add one match to Mania or Stand and Deliver, what would it be? If you had to remove one match to get it, what would you pull? Wow, that's an awesome question. I don't think I really have to pull anything. I'm trying to run through it. I think, I mean, again, I'm kind of happy or content with a lot of it. Shit, that's a good question, Spaz. Who would I push in? I would like to see Chelsea Green have a match with somebody of relevance for sure. I mean, the women's tag match does not need to be on Mania. I think the Street Profits and MCMG should have made it to Mania. It's not completely out that they haven't yet. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, there's nothing really like on the docket out of like, I really wish this guy got in there. I think I'm good with a lot of it because of the builds. Whoa, we got company. Mr. Noob, we're going to get a nobody. Maybe. Unless he hits Finn first. Carlito's going to eat another one. Run! Run! Get out of there! Carlito's running. And there's the DQ. There you go. So we did get a DQ. Again, with the IWGP tag belts, keep the Bucks away from them. Please send them permanently there. Just stay there. You're not helping AEW at all. This match is lit. There you go. There you go. Your TikTok language coming back out. Anthony rubbing off on you. Big spear. And the crowd barking. Yeah, no shit, right? Like, uh-oh, Penta. Penta's in trouble. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mr. Noob. It was a DQ. 4-0. 3-0. 3-0. Double spear. Oh, head scissors. A little clunky. Braun really does have one of the best spears I've ever seen in wrestling. This guy is an animal and can't wait to see. He really does. And again, it's all relative. It's so hard to understand or compare. Like, did Goldberg hit harder? The Gore The gore's been unbelievable, right? Goldberg hit a hard spear, but Braun Breaker, being his age, his size, he decimates guys. But Penta standing strong. Braun down. Finn standing up. And no Dom at all. I didn't see Dom. Is Dom there? Dom on the range. I don't see him. Crowd just erupting for Penta. 100%. Penta standing tall. Might mean that he might not get it, but we jump to an EO Sky package at the moment. This message is for Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Dom was there. Thank you, Noob. I missed him. He's little. He fell. I didn't see him. Thank you. I'm still picking Penta. I picked Dom. I'll be honest. I picked Dom. Dom was on the floor. I love you, EO. Let's go. Made me think of fucking Night at the Roxbury. Emilio! EO. Goldberg was actually hurting people. I think that makes Braun's better automatically. I'm sure he doesn't feel great, but it looks good and is probably way safer. That's a valid argument.
Speaking of not a valid argument, not way safer, but just had to pop in because I heard, "What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Right?
Don't hurt me."
Emilio! The mighty duck.
No more.
Oh, that's too funny. I miss Asuka. She might be back soon. As in, like, now.
Timetable I heard-ish was, like, much post-Mania.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we trusting internet sources?
Well, that's why we might need a Spiteful shirt instead of Fightful, but yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, and again, Triple H on the record believing that, Asuka's one of the best female talents of all time. Like, he's such a fan of her. I expect big things and good things. And by the way, anybody notice that Kyrie out there getting swole? Like getting jacked? She on that AJ Styles
out there making competition out there. How you do?
She's like, all right, I see you. I get bigger.
2 thumbs up. More than 2 thumbs up.
Larry. KJ the White, which I mean, I think that's Michael Cole. And Big the Nick.
All of that made me laugh, especially with KJ the White. I think that's Michael Cole. He is just Cole the White. He is a White Walker if I've ever seen a White Walker before.
The juxtaposition of Cole and White. I like it.
I didn't even think about that. Man's got layers.
We getting deep. We're getting poetic here tonight.
Edgar Allan Poe, bitch.
Right. And I agree with Theater. Last week's spear was amazing. Carlito. You got to give Carlito and the guy taking that spear, you got to give them credit because they're fucking eating them.
Oh, and he sat there and owned into it of like literally my memorial service will be held here. T's and P's to my family. All of that.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, so we're running through the WrestleMania card right now, which I dig the caution tape, the razor blades, all of that with Naomi.
It's the best Naomi I think we've ever had in WWE.
Facts.
Period. She's more interesting. She feels less of a gimmick and more her by being this, having the real feelings, opposed to like, no matter what happened to her before, she'd get her ass whooped and still be like, I'm glowing. You're like, what? Are you not mad? Like, you're not upset a little?
You can't beat the glow. Yeah, no. Instead of this, now are you finally convinced that there is no other more hand? There is no secret, message behind any of this.
Yeah, the secret message is Bianca's coming soon.
God damn it, you. Adam with a $10 super chat saying, excited for a stream every night this week. Here's my small amount of compensation for your time and work. It's nice to watch wrestling with all you guys. Thanks for fostering this wonderful community.
That's beautiful, man.
We need to start putting these super chats on t-shirts and everything like that.
We can put everything on.
Y'all be better poets than we could ever be.
Buy a cricket and some vinyl. Like,
no, don't you say that. My wife and I work with a missus who literally has a secondary like corset company and everything. Cricket is very much in my vocabulary. All I need to do is buy some vinyl. We can hot press these fresh off of literally the stream as they come.
Don't tell people that, but
we might be groundswell in this. We might be straight off the streets with this. All gas, no brakes with it. Raw off the scale with it.
AJ Styles versus Logan Paul on the screen right now as they are still running on this card. So the Sunday graphics have a different graphic than Saturday if you guys haven't caught on to that yet. So, again, this should be a biggie.
Yeah, watch with us instead of the general and save some time as the match presented by the fucking general. Jesus.
Great story between Jade and Naomi. My favorite thing about this one is no matter who wins and who loses, the internet audience is going to lose their fucking mind. This is a lose-lose for that group.
Lose is lose. Lose is lose. Well, that's with every goddamn match. But no, back to Adam's super chat real quick y'all 100%. The community that we built and everybody that's been a part of this makes this just as much fun as we hope that we do for y'all and everything. Trust me, the connections and everything that this has developed. Christ, I started off harassing this man in the chat, and now I harass this man to his face.
As Punk sitting down with Paul in the back.
Hey,
I've never seen you so stretch limo.
Well, no, that's not a stretch limo. That's a fucking SUV.
Punk says to Paul, "Look in my eyes. What do you see?"
That is not a stretch limousine. Oh, and he's gonna grab him tight.
Look at this.
Shows up. Punk playing them mind games. Oh, hey, Heyman. Just so happens I'm grabbing you close. I just love you so much. Right as Roman's getting out.
Look, my chief.
You didn't do nothing. You just gave me a peck on the cheek. I swear. I didn't know you were there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done many of those, AB. Many of those. That's why that's the concept behind this channel. Is that right there is we would stack the fucking tables full of food, full of drinks, and have a time. And that's what we wanted to bring to everybody.
Yeah, now we just made it so we can't eat on stream.
Well, we can.
But everyone else can.
I mean, other people do.
Oh, trust me. Yeah.
Out of those wings, buddy.
Right, yeah. We don't call you bums because you don't pay for us to travel cross country or anything like that.
OTC walking straight out, Paul and
yes, it's bitter bitch syndrome.
Right. And folks, right now we do have a goal up just for those who know. We are 8 away. So we got 7 super chats so far. We're looking for 15, and we will throw a members only party if we can get to 15.
This is Scholastic Book Fair. If we can get to, we sell 10 boxes of cookies, we'll have a members only pizza party.
The minute I stopped getting treats for reading books, I stopped reading.
Facts, my guy.
You had me.
We need adult Scholastic Book Fairs, but I feel like they'd all just be porno mags.
Oh, shit. Great story between Jade and Naomi, and I'm looking forward to it. A great story, great build, great angle. And again, I think all the pressure right now is on Jade. Jade has to show up and show out at Mania. And again, will her career be over if she doesn't? No. But we got to get to the point where she starts looking and delivering on the words. She sounds like a superstar. She looks like a superstar. Her actions got to back it up.
The ball is 100% in Naomi's court right now. I think she gets the win. It's all on how good Jade looks in that match. But yeah, at this point, the ball is 100% in Naomi's court.
Yeah. Adam out here trying to get KJ and Nick emotional. I mean, touching the heart. We love this community. We love this family. We love watching it grow and build. Some of y'all are crazy, but that's why we like you. But again, keep it classy. Keep the gloves up, and we're good to go.
Right. Ooh, that Sin City street fight could be a banger if they hit the strip and fighting casinos, chips flying everywhere.
Right.
I thought of Sin City, and I was instantly thinking of like the black and white in Sin City, the Tarantino movie there.
Let's go. Welcome to the Bearded Circuit podcast. Lady B, let's go. Double graphics. I like it. I mean, again, they're going all out, and people are looking past the stuff like that to bellyache about not liking Yeet, but everything else is pretty cool. How are the graphics?
Even had what was it? It was O'Shea Jackson I saw that sat there and put out of like who's somebody that gets that whose heat is forced, and it's Jey Uso. Like you're just mad because he got over, because he reached the fucking pinnacle. That's what it is. Of you love everybody on the climb, and then once they reach the top, the mountaintop, you fucking hate them.
Mr. Steal your manager, yeah. Punk slipping sliding into Paul's DMs. How you doing, Paulie?
Right.
Nice, Mr. Noob. That, I mean, surprised they never came out with one of those.
A cult of meat and cheese.
Meat and extra cheese. Yeah.
There you go. Isn't that like the United Dairies Union or
no?
Something
that's definitely that's a Jimmy thing. That's when he sings it. They've definitely remixed it to the cult with meat, the cult of meat.
Oh, I got you're right. Mm-hmm. I'm out there like, isn't that like the United Dairy Farmers or something? Like trying to make it make sense. And you're like, yeah, no, that's just a fucking pun.
That's just
it's not that deep, my guy. It's not that deep.
Yeah, it's just an old Southern man singing about his love for burgers.
Well, we are back down the river.
We are back with Roman in the middle of the ring. Fingers up, pyro off.
Yeah. Which I saw, though, I can't find it real quick, but I saw Adam asking if we should have a Wrestling for Life book club.
Would be
maybe that'll be the members only as we read through a wrestling book. What did you learn about chapter 1, King? How did it touch you emotionally?
Fuck.
I don't want to touch you that way. Theater Absurd throwing up the ones. Kyle throwing up the ones. Mr. Noob, I refuse. What did you refuse? Well, Lady B pointing out, oh, it was Cricket like the printer.
Circuit. I read Circuit. Yeah, I appreciate that, Lady B. I fucked up your joke.
Roman Reigns.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and just walks through Heyman and give me my own mic.
Oh, my God. He just grabbed. No, I don't need you. He bitter right now. He bitter.
Listen, everyone's that's been in a relationship. You've been in those moments to where it's like, I'm not mad at you. Or I like one of those, I'm mad at you, but I'm not going to tell you I'm mad at you. Like the Jericho, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Right. OTC chants slowly breaking out. Good thing WWE paleos are free. Who wants to be
even
what?
No, I was just saying you could even see it in Heyman's face if you can see him like halfway teary-eyed of like,
yeah, he's concerned. That's his dude.
Me.
Yeah, 100% 444. He's earned it, man. Still gonna yeah, we'll try and get to the I think we might be able to commercial breaks. The Layla Hirsch thing, again, all I was going to say about it was just it's a long line of people who just get ghosted by this very unprofessional company. They don't handle business properly, and they haven't. And that's undeniable. That's facts. A lot of their problems have stemmed, again, from bad management, which is bad ownership. And that's what happens when a spoiled brat with a silver spoon wedged in his asshole is running things.
Most I'm going to say on is go and check out our buddy Soul Session, who actually sat down with Layla Hirsch and to where she sat there and talked about everything. Because I agree with everything you said. So unless I'm going to talk about spoons up asses again, but yeah,
some people
would betray me.
I don't know. Then part of me is like, is this the ruse? Is this angst between Paul and Roman the Ruse?
We don't know, and that's what makes it great.
Adam, that's amazing.
Spot run.
Can we read the puppy who lost his way? If you know, you know, folks. Grasshopper with all the stuffs, fingers and numbers and oh my.
Right.
They're chanting "You effed up," and Roman's making them go louder.
Wise man, he can't hear you, so you got to say it louder. Oh, and he's just dancing. He's dancing around him with the microphone.
This might push him away. Paul Heyman is a spiteful bitch.
Well, there is the outside thing. I think Anthony might have brought it up. I don't know if you probably have brought it up too as well. Of Heyman leaves with Rollins.
Yes, that was my pick. That's what
there you go.
Yes, 100%. It's definitely the way. Like, I mean, I think this is very compelling. But for anyone that says this build hasn't been good, they're crazy. And if you want to fixate on the fact of the favor, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all just the side story to all this. And again, Paul Heyman becomes the X factor, which we got to put some respect on Paul's name. Paul matters.
Oh, 100%. Well, he's become the crux of the situation. He is realistically the straw that stirs the drink here. We don't theoretically, like, we have variations of this match. We don't have this match without Paul Heyman.
The crowd chanting, "Shut up, Paul." It was not a betray. I owe him. The favor is the avenue to get Paul away from Roman. And then
but is it, or is it that they pull them closer?
Well, right now they're not closer at all.
You mentioned the Rubes.
That becomes the conduit, right? Like, so to even have this dynamic, and it really does put it up in the air, because if it was just one-on-one with no side story, then, I mean, it might be a little bit easier to kind of work through. You got to find reasons for Roman to lose at this point in his career.
Facts. Well, yeah. I do really like even his whole thing of coming out of I got made vulnerable. Now at this point is don't trust anybody. So you don't know if he's tribal chief OTC babyface Roman, or if he's smash him, stack him.
He's the same no matter what, Nick. He doesn't, there's no change in him. He is who he is at this point. He is the same guy no matter what docket he's on.
Is he one of those characters at this point that he's indifferent, that he is above, beyond babyface heel, if he is just the character that he is? Yeah.
In a lot of ways, he's just who he is. And some people think that's a tweener, and at times it can be. But we got the music. Let's go.
Well, and it's Seth.
Look at the vibe here. It's Seth going
dark. Closer and closer to the Shield gear. He's coming out at WrestleMania 41 with Sierra, Hotel, Indica, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
Right. Yeah, but I think this is a good, again, you can get away with this with Roman with little effort, right? He became a baby face by not being on TV. They're just not being around. Fans just missed him enough.
Fair. I mean, he's done some babyface-ish things, but that's also, they are moves that benefited him, that in the context of the story were babyface, not he altruistically chose to do that.
Mm-hmm. Now Seth Mosey's on in. CM Punk is not a star like he was 10 years ago. Well, he wasn't in the wrestling business 10 years ago, Paul. But if I take that out of the equation, wait till you hear the pop for his music and you tell me. I would argue he's neck and neck, my guy.
That'll be the biggest pop of the night right now.
The biggest difference for me is I don't get nervous when Roman's in a match. I get nervous every time Punk does anything.
Fair.
I said
I always worry that Roman's a match away from some big time off, or this is it.
I think Mania is the big time off. I think he loses at Mania, and we don't see him for barely nothing the rest of 2025.
Ooh,
We barely.
It's only Monday. I can't give away my predictions with that. But yeah,
you already did. We had prediction show last.
Shut up, you. No one asked you.
Go watch our preview show, folks. It's up live on the channel now.
Roman Reigns.
Paul's leaving with Roman after Mania. That's a possibility. 444. That's what I like about this is I don't know. Could Paul leave with Punk? Yes. Could Paul leave with Roman? Yes. Could Paul leave with Seth? Yes. It's great.
Every outcome seems plausible, and every outcome is acceptable at least. Like that's the best way to look at it.
Yeah.
There is no wrong answer on that.
Yeah, it's still a triple threat grudge match. That alone makes it garbage. I would emphatically disagree with that. Triple threats have always been for something like title. Yeah, that's not true. There are grudge matches. There are hatred. There are multiple reasons. Sometimes we have triple threats for no reason at all. The fact that all three of these men hate each other and it bled into this because they don't want to just fight one-on-one. They want to fight both guys. So, yeah, to make that makes this instantly garbage, nah, that's a garbage take.
Yeah, no, I hate everybody. And even then, we've halfway joked of Paul Heyman's theoretically the title they're fighting over. You have Seth saying you owe me a favor, Punk cashes in a favor, and it's Roman's wise man.
Right. Oh. Oh, okay.
Filled with little CM Punks running around.
This is Seth Rollins at another level right now. Seth is cooking week in and week out and week in. It's serious. And he's talking about saving the business from little Romans and little punks that just want to take their ball and go home. This is good shit from Seth.
Well, and that's what makes this work is because if you really wanted to break it down, you could have had a Seth CM Punk match here. You could have had a Seth Roman match here. You could have, if you really wanted to work, you could have a Roman CM Punk match here.
Yeah.
But they all hate each other, all for the same reasons.
Yeah.
And so you have your three top guys of we've got a story that works amongst all three of you. You're not going to fight for a title, but we're still going to have you. You're the big enough draws. You're the big enough story and everything like that. You're going to main event night one.
Yeah. No, I mean, ultimately, Seth makes a lot of sense. I like what Seth's saying a lot. And again, I think in any time in history, we've had other triple threats, but ultimately, when you get three of the biggest names, not just of like now, but these are three of the biggest guys ever are going to be in a match. That to me is enough to sell me on the match. Wait, those three are going to fight? Like, pick three big names for any generation. That's a big fucking deal.
This is what I'm paying attention to night one. This is why it is the main event. All due respect to even a Jey Uso Gunther, this would be the match I care the most about on night one.
Right.
Scumbag.
As he's shitting all over Punk, which means Punk's music's about to play.
Better Roman feud. Him versus Seth, him versus Brock, him versus Cody.
Historically?
Yeah, well, pick your best out of the three. Like, which would be your choice?
Probably. I mean, recency bias would have me lean in Seth.
Fair. I almost wonder: is Roman Cody your Rock Austin of the modern era?
No, it doesn't have that vibe. It didn't have that vibe, I don't think. But maybe again, I'm just too in it right now.
Fair enough.
But why is he choosing CM Punk over you? As we got lots going on in the ring right now, folks. Seth wearing Travis Scott gear.
Heyman just chirping away of, you're going to let him say that? Really? You're going to believe him over me?
Yes, my tribal chief. He's right. The crowd can remember. Seth is the company guy. You're right, AB.
You made your choice. And then he's turning and
yeah. Oh shit.
I was about to say he was turning looking like he was lining up with Seth and then turn around close on the sugar honey iced tea up this man. Waiting for it.
I like Seth being the guy that gets dropped, though. It makes me feel closer to my theory.
Tribal Chief.
He's going to Superman punch Paul. Oh, he just pushes him.
Mush. Moosh.
And the crowd boos Roman.
You're not going to hurt my Heyman.
Save me, CM Punk.
Help me, Phil Brooks. You're my only hope.
Wrestling is real. No, it's not. It's predetermined. It is real.
Wrestling is real. People are fake. How about that?
Yes.
Punk just unintentionally, permanently booted that fucking mic out of the ring.
He didn't touch my face.
He mushed me in my mouth.
I love Heyman. I'm sorry. Spear. Yeah, this is I feel like we're getting Roman's farewell little run here for a time being.
Well, it's so interesting to me of how
Don't do it. Seth's gonna get him. Don't do it. Seth with the chair.
Again, the same shield spot.
Deja
vu.
I love Paul. He just makes shit good. I don't care. I don't care. I'd wait for Paul's love too. Stop the Punk. Well, now I'm having my doubts about my theory. Shit.
Paul is the guy that he's an idol I look up to. Stomp to Roman. Oh, is he going to try and stomp Heyman now and say, I owe you? Now you owe me 2 favors?
He might. I mean, again, I put you on notice, bro. I saved your life.
He's now just, think about it. Seth Rollins now, they're just standing there with the T-Move flak jacket, just looking at Heyman with a steel chair.
Paul just shivering. I don't trust Paul for shit.
I love that I know nothing.
I don't trust Paul at all.
But that's the thing is you can make a case for Seth wins. You can make a case for Roman wins. You can make a case for Punk wins. Christ, you can make a case for Heyman wins. Right. For all I care.
Seth getting pinned at Mania. I'm a little nervous about that right now, Bash. I will admit. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Raw. That is the end of the show. That is your go home. And the last thing we see is Seth standing tall, Heyman with tears in his eyes, Punk and Roman down. A fun night tonight. How did you feel about it? What did you like? What didn't you like? Give me your rating out of 10. We'd love to hear it. And we will wrap this one up momentarily. But get in that chat and let's talk about it. Because, my God, a lot happened.
Yeah. You went everything from Roman hates Heyman to he sides with him to he mushes him in the face like a little bro. Like, I don't know how to predict this match anymore, and I just want to watch it and just be happy because I feel like any outcome I'm going to enjoy.
Yeah,
I want Roman, but I don't know if that's confident pick.
Well, again, I think that like the idea that this could be a ruse and Paul and Roman aren't that mad at each other might be it, but then he kind of moshed them, so I don't know if we keep going. Punk's in the mix, man. Again, any one of these 3 could win. The fact that some members of the fan base out there don't understand that like 3/4 of your current Mount Rushmore are going to have a fight, to me is a missed thing here. The building, like even they're cheering for Roman, they're cheering for Punk, they're cheering like they're in love with all of these guys. They go off the air. The last thing we hear is the fans singing Seth's song. This is epic.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's one of those of, all right, cool. So we're ending the one show with Dwayne versus Hogan. But so what if we get, Triple H, Austin, and HBK all in the other main event and see how that works out? That's a little where we're at, which on a side note, and we can talk about this, I'm sure we'll talk about this later in the week. Do we run the odds? Is there a chance night 2 Cena Cody that goes Rock Hogan of Cena actually gets cheered and Cody gets booed?
Yeah, very much so. I think it's a possibility for sure. But I think we're always going to get that split chant. Like, I don't think you're going to get 100% of the crowd cheering for Cena. I think there's too many Cody fans. I think no matter what happens, you're like, even if they're loving it, they're still going to do that. John Cena sucks. Let's go, Cena.
It's part of the gimmick. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on that one. I did see that proposed, and I mean, it's very possible. I mean, in any of these things, like, in an odd world, Punk could get booed at Mania. In an odd world, like, things could go funky in any one of these matches. We'll see. It is possible for sure.
I don't know who to cheer for in this triple threat outside of personal bias and just Roman Reigns. But
yeah, you know what? And I get it. And I mean, 100% could be the case. I really feel like this is going to be Roman's moment to put over the other two guys and go take a break. And then those two guys still have business to deal with.
Could that be the match of the night? Cody Cena's moment of the night?
I mean, again,
or the weekend, I guess, because they won't be on the same night.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, when you have Seth, Punk, and Roman, that should be a huge match. When you have Cena, Cody, that's going to be an insane match. The storytelling in that match, I anticipate, is going to be phenomenal. The way they build the match, and then it comes to a crescendo. But then again, there's matches like Logan and AJ that are going to overachieve. There's other matches I'm excited about that I hope do really well. Io, Rhea, and Bianca could kill. So, I mean, yeah, this is the fun part of what we're into now, folks.
Right. And we're only on day one. We're on day one.
7.5 out of 10. Go home show. Good go home show. Mania is going to be fun. I had Seth winning, and now I don't know. See, me too, Jose. Damn it. When did he save his life? Last week. Well, he refused to kill him.
No. Clarification. I chose not to punch you, so now you owe me a favor because I didn't punch you.
I'm shocked. A Sopranos fan, a mob guy, like you've never seen.
Profile. Just say Italian.
Italian, like where the mobster corners someone and says, "I could kill you right now, but you're gonna owe me. You are mine now because I let you live." You've never seen that?
I know, but it's still bullshit. I've seen it. Doesn't mean it ain't bullshit.
Oh, it's true.
Bullshit.
You're either going to do what I say or I'm going to finish the job. You be swimming with the fishes.
Yeah, but when I got like a guy like Roman Reigns in that corner and I got a guy like CM Punk in that corner, I'm sorry, you ain't got nothing to threaten me with.
I almost killed you. Where are they now? Even tonight.
Who's just caught me? You caught me slipping.
Who's standing tonight? Seth again with a chair and Paul crying.
Yeah, I gotta cheat. Here. Well, I do really like it. And I'm just saying, well, no, now I know that they're gonna use that like a motherfucker in that video package for that match at Mania of him recreating that same shot of when the Shield turn of hitting Roman in the back with a steel chair.
All these
that's a nice little Parmigiano, oregano, all that on there.
They slipped in Phil Ambrose for a little bit of, to fill in the group. I drink and now I know nothing. There you go. 7.5. Good ending. Absolutely. Shield chair, not just any chair, a Shield chair. Dum, dum, dum. The rumors start, Meltzer reports Moxley coming back. Burn it down.
Don't do that. It's already confusing as it is.
Right. If we didn't get Roman motion, Paul Heyman in the show would have sucked.
No,
I disagree. 7.5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Didn't make much more excitement for Mania. I know, because you're a sourpuss. 7.5 out of 10. I just want a legitimate heel turn from one of these three. I kind of with you, Noob, is I kind of like, that's why I like the Seth Paul thing, because to me, that's the one that truly steps into being a heel.
I like going into WrestleMania, the ambiguity of it, of that I don't know which outcome's going to be the outcome.
Right.
Of that's to me the thing. I'm not saying that we don't get a true heel whatever out of it, but I like that going in. I don't know.
Yeah,
you even said it going in. You thought you knew, even when you thought they knew the answers, they changed the questions type of shit. Of this was it. Of I thought I knew who was going to win, but got me swinging.
Right, 7.75 out of 10 knee pads. KJ, there is a possibility that they debut a new wise man for Roman Reigns and they reform the original bloodline, but adding new members to it. It's a bit of a stretch, Anthony. Like, who would be the new wise man?
Rikishi,
right? Paul Heyman, Rikishi, not quite the same.
Rikishi's going to be out there celebrating his son winning.
I've been asking for Rikishi for 2 years. He hasn't shown up, so I give up.
You just moved to a different restaurant.
Right. 7.5. Heyman might side with Seth. It's possible. 7 out of 10. Raw tonight was 8 out of 10. All flames. Christopher feeling it. Jose, 7.5. Paul is going to stay with Roman and turn on Punk. Possible. That's what he thinks.
Perhaps. What do you think? What's your rating?
Oh, my rating tonight?
Yes, we're in the wee hours. We're at 10:30 here. We've gone
to the previous comment, but 7. I can go 7.5 with Chair. I mean, I don't think it was an 8, but it was up there. It was a real good night.
7.75. Like, I almost want to give it an 8. Well, no, let's be honest. During that last segment with Roman and crew, we were captivated. We popped when Roman mushed Paul Heyman.
Right. Well, we definitely popped. I mean, I popped when the music hit. It's great.
Right. So I'm debating closer to an 8.
That's fair. 8's fair. I mean, I'm right in that neighborhood. 7, 7.5, 8. It was a good show. I really enjoyed it. I liked what they did. The teasers, and now they have us guessing like, oh, they won, so does that mean they're gonna lose? And a lot of good stuff happened. I actually thought we didn't get a lot of wrestling, but what we did get was solid. We got a "This is awesome" chant for Rey Mysterio and Julius. I thought AJ and who the fuck did AJ fight tonight? Carrie and yeah, I mean, I thought overall not bad. 7.5. The show was solid, but lacked something to really hype Mania. Like, what? You just
the last segment to me was
the can't be in the whole show, guys. The last segment, like, they needed something to really hype Mania. You just had 3 of the biggest names in all of professional wrestling. All 2 out of the 3 get laid out. That's something that didn't hype you up at all. Okay.
Well, that's the thing, is to me the last segment is what sold me on WrestleMania. That whole last half hour or 45 minutes or whatever was the focus of your go home show. Everything else was, we built a little bit more. I'm not saying the focus of we fully detracted everything, but I'm saying of that, like Liv and Bailey, they get the win. That's we're selling that a little bit more. We've got AJ versus Cross that ties into a little bit with Logan Paul. I'm saying that the final segment really sold me on WrestleMania.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Did it not?
Well, I mean, again, I was already sold, first off. But second, I mean, that's your main event guy, so it should be big. I mean, based on how you just described it, I'm surprised you rated it an 8. 5 out of 10 for Raw. Dale not feeling it tonight. 7 out of 10. See, I'm kind of with that. But fellow Marks, have a good night, sir. All I know is I'm going to roll. Yeah, no kidding. Let's go. Hello, White. Go get some Walter White. It's really fucking good. Great show. I like, no issue. But 7 out of 10, too many DQs. You pretty much saw coming. Yeah, kind of a go-home vibe. So that's kind of where, yeah, I'm in that neighborhood.
Fair.
Would it be, there's no DQ in a triple threat. So, yeah, it'd be a little disappointing. It'd be weird and disappointing. All these guys can go on the mic and did great work in the ring. What's the problem? Nah, I don't get it. Just because it's 3 top guys wrestling each other doesn't make it epic for me. I know. Again, you're being a sourpuss. Like, suck it up. Fuck, go watch TNA. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, no. Hear him out.
Oh, he's being whiny.
This should have been for a belt. The story is not good. It's not worth the main event. That's my opinion on this. Well, what about the story isn't good? Because to me, I think that this is depends on which angle you want to look at this. If you look at this from CM Punk, I have reached my main event spot at this point now.
Yeah.
If I'm cashing in my favor, I did what I needed to do to be here and everything. Seth Rollins is tying in his whole issues that they've already had with CM Punk and with Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns has just come back and reestablished himself as the OTC. So now I need to reclaim my throne here. Right. That's why he's out there cutting vignettes saying DTA don't trust anybody.
Absolutely. 7.5, 8.5, 7.5. I'm with Boston. I'm going to be for number one contender match or something. Yeah, I mean, again, semantics, but again, these guys are bigger than that, and the assumption is whatever happens out of this will have ramifications on the whole company. So again, I don't think we should get hung up on that, but this comment I think is emphatically wrong in the sense that I think the WWE has to work harder because they're held to a higher standard. There is shit that AEW and other companies get away with that if you even thought of putting it on WWE, it would get murdered. So I disagree with that completely. I think the WWE has to work harder for the higher ratings. But that's my take. 7 out of 10, 7.5. Let's go. 7. Jose with a super chat. I love it. Fun show. See you tomorrow. There you go. Wrestling God. I like it. 0. Jar Jar Binks called it a life debt.
Cool. I'm not Jar Jar Binks. Misa not watching that shit.
7.5. 7.5. To me, there's no true heel or baby face between them. There's not. It's up to the crowd to kind of go with the flow. And it comes and goes, but there's none.
I know we've argued at times of you need your traditional baby face and your traditional heel, but I think in a situation like this, it works to where it becomes choose your own adventure. Choose who you want to get behind, because everybody has a vindication, everybody has a justification, but not everybody's right in 100% through it. It is, you have every avenue. It's a choose your own adventure.
Right. And I think at the end of it all, whatever the actions are will really dictate how people are perceived after this. Each guy has been booed slightly for certain comments or actions. I think CM Punk's kind of been the ironclad one. Roman's got booed a couple times, especially when he's fucking with Paul. Seth's been booed a couple times for picking on Punk. But also, it's just, ultimately, I think the ending of this story will mean a lot to how this goes forward. This would make sense if the winner faces Cody or Cena for WWE Championship. And who's to say that doesn't happen, right? Again, we don't know what the future holds.
Just because it won't happen in the same night doesn't mean it won't happen.
Right. You wanted our opinion, you can't take. I take all the opinion. I love the opinion. See, you guys do that, like, especially Boston. He kind of pokes. I get to poke back. So now he's like typing harder because I get to have fun too. He's just being a sourpuss. That's all. Because now I'm not being a sourpuss. I love the opinions. Bring them all day long. You've seen enough of these streams. Good stream. Thank you. Look, he's still typing. That's my point. Come on.
Well, no, I guess maybe Egon might have said something that put him in the penalty box. So yeah.
Oh, again, we can't put him in the penalty box just because we're being sourpusses. But ultimately, folks, that was a great show. That was a fun show. We welcome everyone back tomorrow. NXT will be live. And again, the go home show for Stand and Deliver, setting up for our Mania Marathon. It's going to be a hell of a night. We're looking forward to it. And we will be back for all the fun. And do not miss a minute. Go check all our socials. Click that little bell so you don't miss out. But again, off and running. WrestleMania week is a go.
Absolutely, my guy. 100%. And this is how we're starting it off. We're starting off like fucking firecrackers here.
Yeah, let's go.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you put that for life with it.
See you on the flip side tomorrow. We got more, and we're going to have a lot of fun, whether you like it or not. Bye. Bye.